Sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week at Lever's Foods, you'll find amazing savings in every aisle. Save on Our Family Pasta, 87 cents. General Mills cereals, $3.99. Folgers Coffee, $13.59. Fresh California celery, just $1.29 each. And boneless beef sirloin tip roast, only $6.99 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City. Glittering lights aglow. That wonderful smell of pine filling your home, and this year's most popular decor setting the mood. The holiday season is here, and Riverside Gardens has everything you need to deck the halls and more. Fresh cut Christmas trees, tree toppers, wreaths, and garlands, and this year's most popular items, and be sure to shop their bargain corner for markdowns. Riverside Gardens, located southwest of the VCSU Fieldhouse in Valley City. For hours, see their ad on newsdakota.com or give them a call at 701-845-0233.
Stop into Lifestyle Appliance Center in Jamestown and check out the new KitchenAid line of bold, innovative appliances for your kitchen. KitchenAid appliances now come in stunning premium finishes like black ore and juniper, and you can get customized, personalized hardware to complete that perfect look and be the envy of the neighborhood. These stunning new KitchenAid exclusive finishes are on sale now and even qualify for up to $2,000 in mail-in rebates if purchased before the end of the year. So see Lifestyle Appliance Center, your local, full-service, free delivery dealer before time runs out.
Get the help you need with Skill Power Tools from Menards. They're built for power, precision, and portability. From drills and drivers to sanders and saws, Skill delivers performance and durability with the convenience of cordless technology. Plus, the PowerCore 20 battery powers every Skill 20-volt tool for ultimate versatility. Save big and all Skill Power Tools at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on menards.com for great deals happening now.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
You're invited to celebrate Christmas with the historic 1883 Stutzman County Courthouse on Saturday, December 13th from 3 to 5 p.m. Step inside this beautifully decorated landmark for an afternoon filled with festive music, warm refreshments, and the timeless charm of the holiday season. Bring your friends and family, take in the stunning Christmas displays, and enjoy a cozy, heartwarming celebration with the community. Come share the holiday spirit, December 13th from 3 to 5 p.m. at the 1883 Stutzman County Courthouse.
Get the perfect holiday gift. Chanhassen Dinner Theater's gift cards never expire and can be used for any show. White Christmas, the concert series, Stevie Ray's Comedy Cabaret, or coming soon, the high-rolling musical spectacular Guys and Dolls. Visit chanhassendt.com.
And welcome everyone here to the bubble on the campus of Valley City State University. Jerry Edwards with you all today as we get set to start, well, what is technically on the bracket, the first of two semifinals. Valley City will be taking on the Northern Cass Jaguars in, well, technically a Region 1 showdown that is not a Region 1 showdown. Now, Valley City, of course, coming in as defending state champions. Northern Cass, though, a team that definitely pushed them to the limit in the Region 1 final. But, of course, Northern Cass going through life for the first time in 4 years without Hayden Crockett on the team. Hayden Crockett, of course, Senior Athlete of the Year in Region 1, a phenomenal player, but ultimately Northern Cass going to have to find out where those points are going to come from now without Crockett on the team. And, well, for Northern Cass, the season started out promisingly enough. They opened up with a rather convincing win over the Lisbon Broncos. Now, Lisbon has been a program that's been struggling for a little bit now, but ultimately a win is a win to start out the year. And it was a 68-18 win for Northern Cass over the Lisbon Broncos. But then made a trip up to Grafton, and, well, that's maybe when the reality set in a little bit, losing that one 61-35. Grafton, a team that's kind of in the middle of the road last year in Region 2. Certainly not a bad team, but certainly a team that you'd like to stay within 26 points of. So Valley City getting a chance to now get their second game underneath them today. And the only game they played was Devil's Lake. That was a 69-65 come-from-behind win for Valley City, rallying from down as many as 14 points Also, Valley City, this was going to be their second real game of the year. Even if the first day of the tournament on Tuesday had not been canceled, Warwick, a team that just doesn't really match up with Valley City very well. Valley City was actually going to roll out pretty much a junior varsity 8th grade squad to play Warwick, so the varsity team still would have only have had their second game. So talking about a Valley City team, a lot of players that playing both ways on the volleyball team, didn't have a lot of basketball practice in them when they went out to play Devil's Lake, and now they kind of get a little bit of a much-needed respite, about a week off of playing competitive games. So be interesting to see how Valley City starts out, because what we saw against Devil's Lake was Valley City started off very sluggish, very slow. Not just in terms of scoring, but physically as well. Devil's Lake got 20 points in that first quarter, most of them coming off fast breaks and just getting behind the Valley City defense. So that's going to have to be something that Valley City wants to be a little bit better at, is physically being able to get up and down the floor faster than what they were able to against Devil's Lake to start off the game. Valley City, of course, a very experienced team in the starting lineup as well. Dakota Potretz, Maddie Freeze, Katie Birchall, and Sky Nielsen all returning to the starting lineup. Katie Koka was one of the main players off the bench last year for Valley City, along with Kenley Sefcool. The main issue Valley City is going to have to work out this year is kind of what does the other part of the bench look like, because you can't just have a one-player bench. Now, Valley City does have some very talented younger players and also some veterans on that bench as well, with Kaylee Nielsen also getting some run here. She had that knee injury last year, took her away from being kind of a part of that team. And, she gets an opportunity now to be a contributing member for this team. Gave Valley City some nice minutes in the third quarter with those 5 points. But kind of the other players you're going to be looking at here today is Kinsley Glant and Mariah Freeze. Now, Mariah Freeze kind of used a little bit sparingly in that win against Devil's Lake. Maybe only played about 4 or 5 minutes. Kinsley Glant, someone that got a little bit more run time. Didn't score, but was able to move the ball up effectively. And, you're probably looking at the point guard of the future there with Dakota Potratz being a senior, someone that could be playing big minutes next year. So it's also, about working out what does the bench look like this year, and potentially also getting those players ready for a starting role next season. So Valley City trying to, accomplish 2 things at the same time. But, again, you don't really have to worry about the starting lineup. That's all experienced players. But that bench is what is going to have to be sorted out as the year goes on. For Northern Cass, they do return some key players when the likes of Tess Jalbert, Carly Ryder, and Olivia Olson. All those players were starters last year for Northern Cass. And they returned some key role players as well in Reese Lavig and Faith Fury. So this is a Northern Cass team that, yes, they did lose their best player, but they do have some players returning that ultimately were able to get it going enough to push Valley City. And really in that title game in Region 1, it wasn't Hayden Crockett early on that was doing most of the damage for Northern Cass. It was the secondary players. So for Valley City, they know what some of these other players can do for Northern Cass. And talking with Jimmy Howard before this game started, he's very intrigued to see where Northern Cass is, because he's kind of seen 2 separate things. He saw a 50-point win over Lisbon where they hold the Broncos to 18 points, and then he sees a game where kind of a team that was in the middle of Region 2 last year wins by 26. So this is going to be kind of I would say, a good barometer for where both teams are right now. Of course, Valley City sitting number 1 in Class A right now. Not unanimous. You got about 4 outlying votes. I believe 3 going to Thompson, 1 going to South Prairie Max. But Valley City, unlike the previous 2 years, is coming in as the hunted and not the hunter early on in this year. So we'll talk about this matchup between these 2 squads in more depth right after this break. So keep it right here on Q101.
Looking for the right college fit? With more than 65 majors to choose from, Valley City State University might be just what you're looking for. Whether you're aiming for pre-med, education, business, or a career in fisheries and wildlife, Valley City State has a path for you. Get involved in music, athletics, speech, esports, and shooting sports, all while earning an affordable, trusted degree. Come see for yourself. Schedule your campus visit today at vcsu.edu/visit.
Looking to move your future forward? At Bank Forward and Insure Forward, we're more than just banking and insurance. We're your partners for what's next. Whether you're buying a home, growing a business, or protecting what matters most, we've got you covered with local service, smart solutions, and people who care. Bank with confidence, insure with peace of mind. Move forward with us. Visit Bank Forward and Insure Forward. Together, we go further.
Attention growers, get the most out of your corn planting equipment with Gramlow Ltd. in Fullerton. They provide meter and testing calibration to make sure your planters run accurately, plus expert liquid fertilizer system design and setup. If you need chisel plow spikes or blades for your disc, they have that too. Call 375-6330 today to learn how Gramlow Ltd. can help maximize your planting season. Gramlow Ltd., your partner in planting success and provides technology that delivers results.
The staff at LaMoure Drugstore wishes good luck to the Lobos in the Barnes County Tournament. If you're going to the games, get your locally made Lobo gear at LaMoure Drugstore and represent. If you can't make it to the store before the games, did you know you can order your prescription refills on the mobile app? Yep, just look for LaMoure Drugstore in your app store. And if you haven't gotten a flu shot yet, just walk in. Yeah, it's pretty much all you have to do. Show an insurance card, and it's probably free, too. The LaMoure Drugstore. Proud to cheer on the Lobos every day.
Did you hear that? If you missed a play, you're sure to find the story in your local paper. Pick up a copy of the LaMoure County Chronicle, the Litchville Bulletin, or the Enderlin Independent for all the stats, scores, and pictures. You'll also find info on city and county meetings, personal interest stories, and classifieds. Get the LaMoure County Chronicle, Litchville Bulletin, or Enderlin Independent for all the features you want and the local news you need. They also offer a full-service print shop. Call LaMoure Printing at 883-5393.
Grottberg Electric wants to wish all the amazing participants in the Barnes County Tournament the best of luck. We hope your hard work and dedication shine through. At Grottberg Electric, we believe in 3 core principles that drive our success: offering top quality products, being completely dedicated to our customers, and providing outstanding customer service. Contact Grottberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit us online at grottbergelectric.com. We're here to serve you. Good luck, everyone.
Dakota Bank in Valley City is proud to sponsor the community gift tree this holiday season. We invite you to bring wrapped gifts for children of all ages to Dakota Bank. Simply label the gift with appropriate age and indicate if it's for a boy or girl, then drop it off by December 16th. All donations will be distributed by Abused Persons Outreach Center to make the season brighter for those in need. Join us in sharing the spirit of Christmas with Dakota Bank's community gift tree. Member FDIC.
The Valley City Chiropractors are here to help you feel your best. Our experienced team of doctors, Dr. Justin Fell, Dr. Nathan Saylor, Dr. Brent Thompson, Dr. Jeff Brown, and Dr. Gabriel Brown, are dedicated to supporting your journey to better health and a more active life. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, recovering from an injury, or just looking to improve your everyday well-being, our team provides personalized, effective care tailored to your lifestyle. Feel better, move better, and live better with the Valley City Chiropractors.
And welcome back, everyone, to the W.E. Osman Fieldhouse, better known as the Bubble, on the campus of Valley City State University. Well, we got about 2.5 minutes to go till we get up to all the pregame festivities before our game between the Highlanders and the Northern Cass Jaguars. In starting lineup for Valley City, that's going to be a lot of experience out there. Dakota Potratz, Maddie Freese, Katie Koka, Katie Birchall, and Sky Nielsen. Now, it was Maddie Freese who was the star for Valley City against Devils Lake. It was really her performance in the second quarter that kept things close enough for Valley City to strike. And as I said before, Valley City was kind of in a point where it's like the first quarter and a half is where they just kind of struggled. The legs weren't really there with them, and then everything kind of evened out. And that's when really they started to, pull away from Devils Lake. And by pull away, I mean kind of in total points scored, not in actuality. Valley City, I think, largest lead of the game was by 5. So just kind of one of those games where you got to a slow start, but as the game kept going on, Valley City was certainly the better team out there against the Firebirds. And now it's just all about seeing whether or not you can get out to a little bit of a better start against Northern Cass. And well, the way they're going to be able to do that is get that inside game going early. Katie Burchell, Sky Nielsen both got off to a bit of a slow start. Both closed out pretty well. Valley City finished with 4 players in double figures in that win over at Devil's Lake. Katie Burchell, again, going to probably be the focal point of this offense on most nights. Had herself a 20-10 season. Made first team All-State, made the All-State tournament team. Going to be a contender this year for Player of the Year. We all know this, but it's going to be kind of, if they can get her going early, because that was kind of almost the theme last year, is that she would start slow and then have these really great kind of second, third, and fourth quarters, but kind of early on, it was everybody else that was kind of chipping in. So if Valley City wants to kind of maybe avoid a little bit of a sluggish start, got to find a way to get that inside game going early with the likes of Katie Burchell, Sky Nielsen. Also got to finish a little bit better around the basket. A lot of missed opportunities, 2 feet and in for Valley City. Outside of that, the turnovers, going to be interesting to see how it kind of translates. Devil's Lake, of course, always going to force a high number of turnovers due to their high press style. Northern Cass does not play that style at all. Also be interesting to see if Valley City puts out the press a little bit more. Against Devil's Lake, of course, didn't really weren't in basketball shape, so you kind of stayed away from the press. Valley City team that likes the press, likes to be able to force turnovers and get those easy baskets. But if you're not quite in the shape you want to be in, you're going to avoid pressing, avoid tiring your team out. So Valley City against Northern Cass coming up here in just a little bit. Taking a look at the starters for Northern Cass. Tess Jalbert, going to be Carson Melander, Carly Ryder, Olivia Olson, Cadence Hussar. Off the bench, take a look for Brinley Winterquist, Reese Lavick, Faith Ferry, and Nyla Erickson. So both teams being introduced right now. Valley City, the visitors on the scoreboard. They're going to be in the dark blue jerseys today. You'll be able to see that over on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. Valley City won this tournament last year over the Northern Cass Jaguars, and Maddie Freeze was a big part of that. And Maddie Freeze was probably the player of the tournament last year, really against Northern Cass. She played her best games. Really was able, at times, really to match Hayden Crockett in quarters blow for blow. So if there's a player that you want to keep your eye on, again, it would be Maddie Freeze because of what she was able to do against Northern Cass last year. A player that, at times maybe vanished a little bit, but she did not vanish at all against Devil's Lake. She was front and center and the player of the game in that game for Valley City. But they're going to face a Northern Cass team that, again, without Hayden Crockett for the first time in 4 to 5 years, but also a team that returns a lot of experience and a group of players that know that they can hang with Valley City, that they did it last year in the region final. Now they're going to try to do it again here in this Barnes County tournament final, or semifinal, I should say. We'll be back here after this break here on Q101.
Attention growers, get the most out of your corn planting equipment with Gramlow Ltd. in Fullerton. They provide meter and testing calibration to make sure your planters run accurately, plus expert liquid fertilizer system design and setup. If you need chisel plow spikes or blades for your disc, they have that too. Call 375-6330 today to learn how Gramlow Ltd. can help maximize your planting season. Gramlow Ltd., your partner in planting success, and provide technology that delivers results.
Tip one by Valley City, and we are underway here at VCSU. Pass picked up here by Freeze. Freeze going to wheel it over to Nielsen now in the corner to Coca. Going right inside to Burchell. Burchell going inside. Contact, finishes, and one. So Katie Coca puts Valley City on the board early 2-0. Now we'll try to get things going at the foul stripe. Foul stripes were a little hit and miss for Valley City, but she gets it. The fall early on, and Valley City has themselves a 3-0 lead. Pass intercepted by Nielsen. Press pays off early. Freeze in the corner for 3 and knocks it down. So a great start for Valley City, early 6-0 lead. Now more press being thrown out here by the Highliners. A lot of length on this team. Now pass gets through. Jaguars quickly pushing it up and down the floor. Now they'll go for a 3 themselves, and they knock it down. So Carly Ryder answers with a 3 of her own, and we got ourselves a ball game now, 6-3 in favor of the Highliners. All throw in the corner to Coca, now inside to Burchell, and Burchell will finish through the slight contact. So 5 early points here for Katie Burchell. Jaguars trying to break through the press. Katie Coca trying to entrap the point player for the Jaguars. Now they're streaking down the sideline. A little lob pass will get through. Now they're going to get another good look for a corner 3, but we have ourselves a travel, and that takes 3 points off the board. So now the Jaguars going to respond with a little press of their own. Nielsen going to be set to inbound in front of her own bench. Potrat's going to be the one that gets the ball. Quick double team comes. Valley City able to ladder the ball down the floor. Inside pass for Burchell all by herself. Puts it up and in. So Valley City easily breaks the press, and we got ourselves a timeout. Quick timeout taken by Northern Cass. 10-3 lead Valley City back after the break.
Looking for the right college fit? With more than 65 majors to choose from, Valley City State University might be just what you're looking for. Whether you're aiming for pre-med, education, business, or a career in fisheries and wildlife, Valley City State has a path for you. Get involved in music, athletics, speech, esports, and shooting sports, all while earning an affordable, trusted degree. Come see for yourself. Schedule your campus visit today at vcsu.edu/visit.
Looking to move your future forward? At Bank Forward and Insure Forward, we're more than just banking and insurance. We're your partners for what's next. Whether you're buying a home, growing a business, or protecting what matters most, we've got you covered with local service, smart solutions, and people who care. Bank with confidence, insure with peace of mind. Move forward with us. Visit Bank Forward and Insure Forward. Together, we go further.
Valley City up early, 10-3. 7 points early on for Katie Burchell. As that press has been paying off for Valley City. Creating a couple of easy chances down the floor. Jaguars able to get this ball out over to Ryder. Little pass here, gets deflected. Freeze nearly gets her hand to it, but that'll be back over to Melander. Jaguars trying to streak through the middle, and they'll get it through. Jalbert working against, I believe that's Burchell, high off the top of the backboard. No good. Ball on the deck being fought for. Scramble breaking out, and a jump ball will be called. Arrow belongs to Northern Cass. Ball did not hit the rim, so shot clock still at 19 seconds. Jaguars running something underneath their own basket. Now a little throw in here. They're able to get it to Jalbert. Now a handoff on the outside. Going in, and that looked like a travel. Player fell to the floor. Valley City gets the ball back with Freeze. Now puts it up ahead here to Potratz, and Potratz didn't put the ball down on the floor before she took a couple of steps. So that'll be the first turnover of the day for Valley City. 6 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in quarter number one. Valley City in front early, 10-3, and they are dialing up that press early on. Northern Cass working side to side. Now Valley City coming up with a half-court trap. Jaguars able to split it. Forced pass inside, and well, we got ourselves, I believe, a reach-in foul. That'll be on the Highliners. Trying to go over the ball, but grabbed a little bit of the arm, and they'll get that one on Nielsen. First foul on Nielsen. Both teams now with one foul apiece. Jaguars trying to get this one in. Eventually do get underneath the basket. Turnaround two, and that's good for Olivia Olson. So Olson able to have the deficit. 5-point lead for Valley City. Maddie Freeze with the ball. Trying to cut her way inside. Got cut off. Will set things up to Coca. Now back inside to Burchell. She's getting a lot of one-on-one matchups, and she's getting the ball to fall early. Burchell with another basket. She's got herself 9 points. 9 of the 12 points belonging to the first-team All-Stater. Now Northern Cass again getting trapped up here by Valley City. Got to find a way to get this over the timeline. Only a couple seconds to go. Ball being fought for, and there they are going to call it 10 seconds. Nielsen fighting for the ball with Melander, and Jimmy Howard actually probably happy that the 10-second was called and not the jump ball, even though the arrow favors Valley City, because Northern Cass still would have had some time to get that ball over the timeline if the jump ball would have been called. Nielsen tries to force a pass in, finds Burchell. Burchell through the contact, makes it happen again. Well, they're going Burchell's way early and often, and she's responded with a monster 11 points in the first quarter. 5 minutes to go here in the quarter. Nearly a walk by Northern Cass. Ball gets tipped, picked up by Valley City. Ball floated up ahead. Jaguars almost saved it to Valley City. Now the Jaguars, do they throw it away? No, not yet. It's a bit of a kerfuffle right there, as Northern Cass could have just let that ball go out of play, but they nearly kind of threw themselves into a pickle by picking up a ball that was clearly going to be off Valley City. Kinsley Glant, first one off the bench for Valley City. That'll be interesting how she works into the press. And Nielsen going to get caught for the reach in, and she's going to now head to the bench with those 2 fouls. Now, Kaylee Nielsen coming in. Nielsen, someone that can go and kind of play at both levels, can play down low and can also give you a bit more size out on the perimeter. Going to be called upon to carry a few minutes here while Nielsen sits on the bench with those 2 fouls. Jaguars sizing things up on the outside. Ryder had a good look for a 3, pumps it, now goes inside. A lot of contact and 2 shots coming up. So 3 early fouls on Valley City, not even halfway through the first quarter. Only 1 foul on Northern Cass. And that's going to be on Dakota Potratz. It was Potratz and Nielsen that found themselves in foul trouble against Devils Lake. And they're responsible for all 3 so far. That foul shot left short by Ryder. 4:39 to go in quarter number 1. Valley City in front 14-5. Next foul shot up and off to the side, and Jaguars managed to run down the rebound but not able to save it, and Valley City will pick it up. Now Potratz with the ball, nearly lost the handle on it, floats a pass inside, looking for Burchell again, and Burchell's just in the zone right now, rolling with another basket. 16-5 the lead for Valley City. Glant doing a good job of applying pressure. Jaguars nearly walked with it. Freeze got a hand to it. Almost 10-second call. Just got it across the timeline. No, they do call the 10 seconds. It was that last little hold up there by Freeze who got her hand to the ball and able to just hold up progress long enough to get that 10-second call. A little bit of a late whistle there, and I think that's what Vanderwall, the head coach for the Jaguars, is arguing. Glant using a screen to try to create some space. Will now float it over to Potratz. Potratz a little pump, getting inside, lost the handle on it, and it's just to get it back. Potratz able to, nope, not quite able to avoid stepping on the baseline there. Lost the handle on the way in, went off her leg, managed to pick it up, was trying to find a way to get it out the freeze, just not quite able to keep that side of the foot off the line. Jaguars get it here, believe the Ryder. Ryder trying to go coast to coast. Good look inside. Valley City does a good job closing out, but does not matter. Olivia Olsen, second basket of the game, and pulls the Jaguars within single digits. 16-7 the lead for the Highliners. Glant picks up her dribble a little bit early, looking for someone to give it to. Will find Freeze. Freeze going to get a draw foul here on the Jaguars. A little bit of a hand check there. Called on Northern Cass. Kinley Suffolk coming into the game alongside Katie Coca. Foul going to be called on Melander. That'll be her first, second on the Jaguars. Suffolk set to inbound the ball. Now over to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen inside down the baseline and gets it to go. Nielsen, a couple years ago, was one of the main players off the bench for Valley City, so it's not like a lot of bench players where you worry about their confidence or their willingness to try to go down and score. She feels like she belongs out there on the floor, and she's gonna probably be one of the more aggressive attackers Valley City has off the bench. And again, like I said, can play kind of any position on the floor. Gives the Highliners an 11-point lead. Ball gets kicked out of bounds. Jaguars with the inbound underneath the basket. Floats a high pass. Nielsen almost gets a steal. Now he's forced out here to Ryder. Ryder being guarded by Coca. Now Nielsen switches onto her. Good screen being used by the Jaguars. Oh, they had someone wide open underneath the basket. Didn't see him. 10 seconds on the shot clock now to reset things up top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Now the ball outside to Jalbert. Jalbert floats a pass inside too high, intercepted by Glant. Kinsley Glant trying to go down the side and might have stepped out of bounds and did. That's one of the things Glant's going to have to get a little used to. Varsity players a little faster, can close out a little bit more. She saw a crack, but that crack just closed off and not quite able to draw the foul there to keep that possession alive. Melander with the ball will float it up high to Ryder. Ryder, a confident shooter, throws a pass that's too tall for Olivia Olsen. So A little bit of a hot potato on the ball so far here. Brinley Winterquist coming into the game. Kinsley Glant, probably the most true point guard Valley City has on this team. In possession of the ball now, throws it. Suffolk, beautiful tic-tac-toe passing inside, and another basket here for Katie Burchell. 20-7 the lead for Valley City. They're throwing up a big press, not quite able to force the turnover right away, but they're eventually able to get it at the end there. Ball poked away there by Ryder. It'll be out of bounds off Northern Cass. That's on 7 field goals in the first quarter for Katie Burchell. She's got 15. I don't think she's missed a shot yet. I think she's 7 for 7 right now. She's either 7 for 7 or 7 for 8. So she is off to a rip-roaring start. Glant almost got trapped there in the corner, able to get it out here to Suffolk. 18 seconds on the shot clock for Valley City. Glant with a little pump fake going inside, splits the defense, draws the foul. That's what you want to see from Kinsley Glant. She's got some quickness to her and able to drive by the defense and get those fouls. That'll be second foul on Melander. So free throws were an up-and-down battle for Valley City and Devils Lake. Shot under 50%. Now just trying to see if they can get a little bit more locked in. This one high into the air and looking good, and it falls straight down. So that's Glant's first points of the year. Come back to what I was saying, probably the truest point guard Valley City has. Dakota Potratz played shooting guard a couple years ago and kind of morphed into the point guard. But Glant, probably the truest point guard Valley City has in terms of being able to handle the ball and kind of conduct the offense. Second foul shot off the mark. So it's a 14-point lead for Valley City as we get down to 1:45 to go in quarter number 1. Reese Laveg, one of the veterans on this Northern Cass team, working against Burchell. Now throws a pass inside, and that'll be a wraparound foul on Glant. Trying to tie the ball up there, but as soon as you kind of come around and you just have your arm wrapped around the body, making the job a little too easy there for the official on that one. 4 fouls now on Valley City. One shy of put Northern Cass in the 2-shot bonus. Pass inside, got deflected. Coca got a hand on it. Now we're to Suffolk. Suffolk gives it back to Glant. Glant got to hand it off to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen hands it over to Coca. Coca finds it inside to Suffolk. Suffolk trying to find someone to pass out to. Gives it over to Nielsen. Nielsen in the corner for a 3. Off the back rim, over the top of the backboard. And no good. Kelly Suffolk kind of caught the ball down low on the block. Not a post player. Doesn't really have post moves. And just kind of was looking for someone to dish out to. And a little too stagnant there for Valley City on the offense for head coach Jimmy Howard's taste. And got a good look at a corner 3. Just couldn't get the drop. Now Northern Cass with the ball as we tick down to a minute to go. Pass inside. Valley City throws a double team. Leaves open a 3, though. That 3 is going to be short. Ball being scrapped for Coca, fighting for it. Doesn't get the rebound, but able to cause a tangle of bodies that allow the ball to go off a white jersey and give the Highliners the ball back. So 55.5 seconds to go. Valley City up by 14. If they hurry, they can set up a 2 for 1. Glant calling for a screen. Will get it by Burchell. And gets cut off, but draws the foul. So that'll reset the shot clock and put the play clock at 45.7. See that they got that one that's going to be on Nyla Erickson just into the game and picks up her first foul. Now about a 10-second differential between shot and game clock. Nielsen inside, has it blocked, got the miss back, tries to go up, and they're fouling the Jaguars. Doesn't matter if it's on the deck or on the floor. That'll be foul number 5. Trying to see who they got that one on, and I believe they're going to get that one on Cadence Hussar, very talented 8th grader. Got a little too much of the arm there of Nielsen. Foul shot for Nielsen is up, a little short, but gets the kind roll off the front of the rim. So Valley City started out 3 of 4 from the stripe, make it 22-7. Oh, bouncing the ball at her feet, will put it up. A little flat, but gets it to creep over the front. So a good outing here from Nielsen early on, 4 points. 23-7 the lead for Valley City here in quarter number 1. All pushed down here on the perimeter. About a 7-second differential between the play clock and the shot clock. Good block there from Burchell. Times to jump up perfectly. Able to not quite throw it off a body. Will lose it out of bounds. And Jaguars able to force a turnover there. Burchell got the rebound and then just kind of came down in a wall of traffic. Didn't have anywhere to go. Tried to throw it off a Jaguar body, but just kind of ended up flubbing up the throw a little bit. Suffolk not quite able to get the steal. Now Jaguar is going to set up a three on the outside. That'll roll out, and Burchell with the board. Now looking to pass, finds Kinsley Glant. Glant holding on with the ball, back to Burchell. Burchell pops it to Suffolk. 11 seconds to go. Suffolk using a screen to create some space. Now get it to Glant. Glant crossing over, trying to find a way to get inside. Gets bodied off. Suffolk, though, good cut. Backdoors it and puts it in for two. Good offense set up there by the two bench players, and that is a flawless bit of execution to end the first quarter. 25-7 Valley City as we go to quarter number two. Keep it right here on Q101.
The staff at LaMoure Drugstore wishes good luck to the Lobos in the Barnes County Tournament. If you're going to the games, get your locally made Lobo gear at LaMoure Drugstore and represent. If you can't make it to the store before the games, did you know you can order your prescription refills on the mobile app? Yep, just look for LaMoure Drugstore in your app store. And if you haven't gotten a flu shot yet, just walk in. Yeah, it's pretty much all you have to do. Show an insurance card, and it's probably free, too. The LaMoure Drugstore. Proud to cheer on the Lobos every day.
Did you hear that? If you missed a play, you're sure to find the story in your local paper. Pick up a copy of the LaMoure County Chronicle, the Litchville Bulletin, or the Enderlin Independent for all the stats, scores, and pictures. You'll also find info on city and county meetings, personal interest stories, and classifieds. Get the LaMoure County Chronicle, Litchville Bulletin, or Enderlin Independent for all the features you want and the local news you need. They also offer a full-service print shop. Call LaMoure Printing at 883-5393.
Valley City up early, 25-7, as it was Katie Burchell leading the way. Talked about in the pregame show that for Valley City kind of avoid the slow start like they had against Devils Lake. You'd like to see Katie Burchell get going early. I'm not sure I could have imagined a better start for her. 15 points on, I believe, 7-7 shooting. I don't think she missed a single shot. Knocked down her only foul shot as well. Valley City, not a bad start from the foul stripe, 4-5. Really, Northern Cass got to find a way to crack through this defense. They got a couple baskets inside from Olivia Olson. Ryder knocked down a three, but after that, not much going for Northern Cass. So 25-7 as we're back underway. Now that'll be a pass inside. Valley City swarms on the double team. Turnaround contested two. Picked up by Olson again after the miss. Another shot, no good. This one gets tipped out. Another two on the way, no good. Freeze able to pick up the ball now in traffic. Will pass out. Get it to Nielsen. Now back here to Kaylee Nielsen. Valley City able to eventually get the ball past half court. Northern Cass dialing up some pressure. Dakota Potratz with the ball. She'll step in for a three. Banks it in off the glass. That looked long off the jump, and hey, kind of one of those you cock your head to the side going like, if that hits right, and it did, and Potratz banks it in for her first 3 points, and Valley City's up by 21, their largest lead of the game. Hayden Susar dumps the ball inside. Olsen left all by herself, but Kaylee Nielsen able to force a miss. Might have got a hand to it. Nielsen now throws it to Suffolk. Suffolk bringing the ball up here for the Highliners. Potratz setting a bit of a screen there. Pass, get off the feet. Valley City appealing for a kick ball, not going to get it. A little too much traffic inside to thread that pass. Now Hussar with it. Nielsen rolls out to pick her up. Now tries to rifle a pass inside over to Olsen. Olsen gets it now backed out to Hussar. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Hussar pivots the ball outside here to Ryder. Ryder using a screen, now back inside. Good little give and go, but a block by Potratz, and it'll be out of bounds. And that is the one thing Valley City has in abundance, size. They have more players 5'10" or taller on the roster than they have players that are shorter than 5'10". And Potratz, again, played a little bit of shooting guard, a little bit of small forward, and she's most certainly capable of playing down low in the block and racking up the block shots and able to pick up one right there. Inside to Nielsen. Nielsen facing up, going inside through the contact. Doesn't get the call. Valley City trying to perhaps scrap for the ball, but Northern Cass does a good job sealing them off. So still a 28-7 lead for Valley City. Highlanders have dialed back the press a little bit. first quarter pretty much put it on the Jaguars in the first few minutes of that quarter, and were able to race out to that big lead. Ryder, a little jab step working against Maddie Freeze. Good defense by Freeze, forces the miss. Now the pressure coming up from behind, and well, a lot of reaching going on, and they finally call it. I mean, Ryder was accosting her all the way down the floor, and you're kind of going like, all right, once, twice, thrice. I don't know what you call quite. What do you call it 4 times? Quides? I'm not sure. Trying to make up words. Valley City going a quick dump in here to Nielsen. Nielsen faces up, can't get it. Fighting for the rebound off her own hands, and Nielsen kind of spikes the ball in frustration. And player that when she's on, it makes Valley City a new level of dangerous, but kind of prone to some slow starts. Nielsen goes out, cuts her off. Now the ball gets thrown into the corner. A little late rotation on defense from Valley City. Doesn't bite them as the 3 ball from the corner is airmailed. Suffolk with the ball. Throws a long pass here to Nielsen. Nielsen doesn't quite feel the pressure, just gets it back. Now give it to Freeze as Valley City sets up the half-court offense. Freeze trying to cut inside, lost the ball. Tried to push a little too much, and now it's a 2-on-1 going the other way. Potrat's able to force the first miss, and the defense gets back to force a second miss. That one out of bounds, and it'll belong to Valley City, so pretty scrappy start here to the second quarter. Not a lot of offense either way. Only bucket belongs to Potrat's on what was a banked-in 3, which is kind of how this game has gone. Nothing, or how this quarter has gone, I should say. Nothing really has come easy. Potrat's has it poked away. Oh, that looked like a pretty clean poke there from Hussar, but she's going to pick up foul number 2. I'm going to say that she got a little too much body on the reach in there. I see been a little casual with the ball here in the second quarter. Kind of just dangling it out there in Northern Cass. Very aggressive going for those pokes, and Katie Burchell getting set to come in, as well as I believe Kinsley Glant. Going inside here to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen kicks it out to Maddie Freeze. Freeze pump fakes once. Now looking inside, finds Potratz. Potratz gets double teamed. Hit on the arm. Not going to get credit for the shot. It'll be a foul underneath the basket. So, Valley City going to get some new players in here. I believe they're going to get that one on Melander. So Melander, that's going to be her 3rd foul. And also 3rd foul on Northern Cass. So 4:43 to go here in quarter number 2. 28-7 the lead for the Highliners. Bounce it out here. Over to Burchell, now out to Glant for a 3. No good. Rebound poked away, and almost an over the back foul there by Hussar. Hussar is the last one to touch it. So Valley City gets the ball back again. Shot clock still at 20 seconds. Over to Nielsen. Nielsen, will fall away mid-range jumper, no good. Oh, and we'll have ourselves an undercut foul, and Potratz took a hard spill to the floor. She's trying to fight her way up. Her teammates are doing their best to help her to her feet, and Katie Koka is going to come into this game. Good news is Potratz is up and just kind of grabbing the back of the leg there a little bit. Just, again, hard tumble to take. Not a cheap play or a dirty play, just one of those where someone's going for the ball and someone just slides in underneath. So 4 fouls on Northern Cass. 4:30 to go here in quarter number 2. Freeze looked like she flashed open for a minute. Now they'll get it to Nielsen. Sky Nielsen after a pass that Burchell wasn't ready for, and it's another turnover for Valley City. Jaguars pushing it up. Good job by Burchell getting back on defense. Pokes it away and clips it out of bounds as Olivia Olson flashed open underneath. And Potratz looks like she's trying to gain back her wind a little bit. That's always fun. You get the wind knocked out of you. Can't really breathe, and that's what it looks like Potratz is trying to do. She's trying to kind of get a little bit of air in the body. Blocked there by Burchell. Valley City defensively has been good this second quarter. Offensively, a little bit stagnant. Maddie Freeze, a little jab step, working against Laveg, and does a good job of cutting to the basket, and he'll get 2 shots. So one thing you want to see here from Freeze is that she can shoot. We know she can shoot. She made the most threes on the team last year, but she has almost an underrated athleticism to her game, and maybe undervalued perhaps, and does a good job right there cutting by and getting to the line. That's really what you want to see from Freeze is, don't be afraid to go and attack. Is that Not everything has to be from deep. You can use that three to kind of set up your attack, and does a good job drawing the foul right there and does a good job knocking down the shots. 2 for 2. Valley City up by 23. 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Freeze being matched up here on Erickson. Erickson drives to the baseline, gets cut off, nearly lost it. He'll get it back. Nice pass inside for Jalbert, but Jalbert doesn't finish in close. Freeze with the ball, had Koch up ahead, pulls it down, decides not to risk the throw. Now lob inside here for Burchell. Burchell being double teamed. It doesn't matter. She puts it up and in. 17 points for Katie Burchell. 3:35 to go here in quarter number 2. Now Jalbert going to step out for a 3. No good. Burchell with another rebound. Will dump it off to Glant. Glant with her head up will get a pass to Koka. Koka run through a little bit there by Jalbert. That'll be her first foul, and that'll send the Jaguars, or I should say send the Highliners to the stripe for 2 shots. Foul number 5 on Northern Cass. They're trying to get up and play Valley City physical, kind of like Devils Lake had success doing. The problem is they're getting a little late there on defense and using more of the body rather than their arms to play defense. That foul shot for Koka off to the side, and that'll be a miss. Koka made a couple of big foul shots to put the game away for Valley City. Not able to come up with that one. That foul shot looks like it's going to be long, and it is. Rebound. Jaguars able to pull it down. 32-7 now. Jalbert throws a quick pass inside. Jaguars, though, late to get the shot off, and it'll be a steal by Glant. Freeze back to Glant. Glant will cross half court with it. A pass gets tipped out of bounds, intended for Koka. And now Potratz will check back into this game, and Kaylee Nielsen coming in for her sister Sky. Now Jalbert coming out. Jalbert had a good look at a 3, made a good pass inside, but pass just was not able to be handled cleanly and allowed Valley City again. Good defensive hustle to get back and stop the shot from getting off. Potratz floats it into Burchell. Burchell faces up, leaves it a bit short. Jaguars able to get to the loose ball. Now across half court here with about 2:50 to go. Trailing by 25, looking for their first basket of this second quarter. Ryder gets double teamed. Good pass inside. Valley City does a good job to swarm, and they got a hand to the shot, but ultimately Faith Fury able to fight through the contact and get it to drop for a basket. So count the basket for Faith Fury. Now he's going to try to knock down the and one portion of it. Well, shot is up and rattles out. And Burchell with another rebound. Now Potratz moving here side to side, able to clip through the defense. Now sizing things up. Cross-court pass here to Kaylee Nielsen. Long 2, off to the side. Burchell with the rebound. Forces up a tough shot. It just doesn't matter right now. Katie Burchell with 19. 34-9. And all Katie Burchell and the Highliners in this one. Carly Ryder backing this one out. Now throw a pass cross-court here over to Erickson. Erickson back up top to Ryder. Ryder trying to go inside. Good little hesitation to get by Koka, but can't finish in close. Nielsen able to grab the rebound, clear some space, and he'll throw it over here to Glant. Leslie Glant trying to force it into Burchell. Burchell gets it, can't finish. A late foul call, and it'll be 2 shots coming up. Don't believe the shot was, or foul was called on the shot. I believe there might have been a little push in the back going after the rebound. That'll be the second foul called on Reese Laveg. So Burchell only shot 1 free throw in that first quarter. Knocks down the second. So she continues to be the catalyst of this Valley City offense. Next foul shot is up and in, so she's 2 for 2 to start at the stripe, and Valley City up by 27. 36-9 with $1:40 to go in quarter number 2. Ryder with a little floater off glass. No good. Rebound pulled down by the Jaguars. A second chance not able to be put in by Winterquist. Minute and a half to go. Potratz in possession of the ball. Will float it in the corner to Koka. Now they tried to go to Birchall, and Valley City will crash on the ball to force a jump ball. Well, they're going to Birchall early and often, but almost telegraphing it a little bit right now. Nearly a turnover. Glant. So he's set to inbound the ball here. Valley City setting up a break underneath. Now it's going to be Nielsen flashing up high now to Coca. Coca pumps on a three, now gives it to Potratz, who will take the three. Banked in one, that one a little too far off to the side. Now Laveg in possession of the ball. Little handoff here, step back for Winterquist, no good. Kaylee Nielsen with another board, able to force it up to Coca. Coca lobs it ahead to Katie Birchall, and Birchall with another easy look. 8 points in the quarter for Birchall. She's got 23. 38-9 as we get down to 45 seconds to go, and a traveling violation called on Reese Laveg. So now it's going to be Maddie Freeze coming into this one. Going to take out Birchall. Just avoid Birchall perhaps picking up a foul. Just giving her some well-needed rest. And the clock hasn't started. Now it starts, so Valley City gets a free 2 seconds. Now interior pass here, face up for Kaylee Nielsen, and she finishes. Nielsen, good job of attacking inside. She's got 6, and you get 6 points a game from your bench players. Just individually, that is a huge help. 40-9, 31-point lead for Valley City. About a second differential between the shot and game clock. Now Ryder with a little face-up going inside. Good drive, good kick, good look, and they knock down the three. So Nyla Erickson knocks down the three. Now up ahead here to Kinsley Glant. Glant breaks through the defense, now to Coca. Back to Glant. Glant trying to cut inside through the contact, grabbed on the way up, and she'll get 2 shots. So about 3.5 seconds to go here. Glant doing a good job. Second time today she's cut inside and drawn the foul. Now it's just all about finishing these foul shots. That one looks long, but rattled, and ultimately rattles in. Didn't look good off the hand, but ultimately got the friendly roll. So Glant trying to push the lead back to 30. Foul shot up. Foul shot rattles out. So now the Jaguars going to get a half-court chuck maybe. Don't get it off in time. That's going to be out the side of the backboard. So it's 41-12. Valley City leads as we go to the break. Looking back here in a little bit with our halftime show and stat update. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KLVC.
Did you hear that? If you missed a play, you're sure to find the story in your local paper. Pick up a copy of the LaMoure County Chronicle, the Litchville Bulletin, or the Enderlin Independent for all the stats, scores, and pictures. You'll also find info on city and county meetings, personal interest stories, and classifieds. Get the LaMoure County Chronicle, Litchville Bulletin, or Enderlin Independent for all the features you want and the local news you need. They also offer a full-service print shop. Call LaMoure Printing at 883-5393.
Grottberg Electric wants to wish all the amazing participants in the Barnes County Tournament the best of luck. We hope your hard work and dedication shine through. At Grottberg Electric, we believe in 3 core principles that drive our success: offering top quality products, being completely dedicated to our customers, and providing outstanding customer service. Contact Grottberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit us online at grottbergelectric.com. We're here to serve you. Good luck, everyone.
Dakota Bank in Valley City is proud to sponsor the community gift tree this holiday season. We invite you to bring wrapped gifts for children of all ages to Dakota Bank. Simply label the gift with appropriate age and indicate if it's for a boy or girl, then drop it off by December 16th. All donations will be distributed by Abused Persons Outreach Center to make the season brighter for those in need. Join us in sharing the spirit of Christmas with Dakota Bank's community gift tree. Member FDIC.
The Valley City Chiropractors are here to help you feel your best. Our experienced team of doctors, Dr. Justin Fell, Dr. Nathan Saylor, Dr. Brent Thompson, Dr. Jeff Brown, and Dr. Gabriel Brown, are dedicated to supporting your journey to better health and a more active life. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, recovering from an injury, or just looking to improve your everyday well-being, our team provides personalized, effective care tailored to your lifestyle. Feel better, move better, and live better with the Valley City Chiropractors.
Valley City up 41-12 on the Northern Cass Jaguars. And, well, we talked about in the pregame show how Valley City could avoid a slump early, and that was to get it to Katie Birchall and let her go to work. And go to work she has. She's got 23 points in the first quarter. Scoring record in the tournament is 40. That was set by Hayden Crockett last year, I believe, against White Shield. But ultimately, Valley City, usually a team that likes to spread the wealth out a little bit. Well, they just found kind of the easy solution to their problems, and they've kept riding it. Dakota Potrads with 3, Maddie Freeze with 5, Kenley Suffolk with 2. Kaylee Nielsen played some really good minutes off the bench here for Valley City. She's got 6. Kinsley Glamp with 2. Going through kind of the other players, we know how special Katie Birchall is, but going through what else we've seen, I've really liked what I've seen the first 2 games here from Kaylee Nielsen. And last year, you know, she had that knee injury early on, devastating. She got to come in and during that state championship and play the last few seconds as Valley City had that big lead over Thompson. But it was the one thing that you were so happy about for Kaylee Nielsen was not just the fact that she got to get into a state championship game when she was going to be a big part of that team, but kind of got robbed because of the injury. The one thing you're happy is that she was going to have another year to come and play for Valley City, because she was one of 3 players for Valley City a couple years ago that was coming off that bench. Really, I believe it was Maddie Freeze, it was Kinley Suffolk, and it was Kaylee Nielsen. So there was this kind of expectation, I would say, this year of a very experienced bench player that also, you know, as I said, play any position. She can guard outside, she can play down low. She can shoot a little bit. She's got post moves to play inside. I mean, she's exactly the type of scorer you want coming in off the bench. And, you know, if you can find a bench player that can routinely give you 6 to 7 points a night just off of, you know, taking good shots, you know, it's such a blessed thing to have. And she's also done a good job getting rebounds as well. You don't have to worry about her being a liability on defense. So, you know, really this first quarter all about Katie Birchall and so in terms of scoring the ball. But Kaylee Nielsen, probably the second best player out there on the floor so far. And Maddie Freeze and with those 5 points as well. Going back to what I was saying earlier about Maddie Freeze is that obviously deadly three-point shooter. She can light it up. And, you know, we saw that kind of in the postseason where she would, you know, maybe be quiet for a stretch, and then she would just hit back-to-back threes, and, you know, all of a sudden the game gets turned on its head. The one thing you'd like for her to do is just, like, keep attacking, because as soon as she makes a three, it's easy to fall into the trap of just wanting to keep taking threes. But as soon as you make a three, that's going to set up your inside attack, and she's, you know, she's not a statue out there. She's not just a catch-and-shoot statue. She can catch and be able to attack with the ball and get inside. Did a good job drawing those shots in that second quarter. And ultimately, Valley City's done a pretty good job of shooting free throws so far. Taking a look at the totals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 free throws for Valley City. So they're 9 of 12 from the stripe. And you will take a 3 of 4, you know, average from the stripe at this level all day. The defense for Valley City has been smothering. Maybe Northern Cass has missed a couple of opportunities, but really that's all it's been is a couple. There haven't been those run-out opportunities like we saw against Devils Lake. And Devils Lake, obviously a very fast team, a very small team, can get up and down the floor really well. But there really hasn't been any space for Northern Cass to operate in this one. They've gotten a couple of really good looks from the outside, and Ryder and Fury both have, you know, a 3 to their credit, but outside of that, there's nothing really going for Northern Cass right now, and Valley City has made this look pretty clinical so far. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what we're going to get from Valley City in the third quarter, you know, up by what they are right now. You know, might be able to get the starters some rest and be able to get them ready for a championship game tomorrow against either LaMoure-Litchville Marion or against Maple River. And that's probably also something we should talk about. Due to the first night being canceled here at the Barnes County Tournament, that left a available date open on the schedule for Northern Cass and for Valley City. and Valley City was able to get a date scheduled with LaMoure, and Northern Cass was able to get a date scheduled with Maple River. So Valley City taking on LaMoure on February 7th over in LaMoure. So LaMoure and Maple River, both two top 5 teams in Class B, both with 2 phenomenal players as well. LaMoure is going to be a scary good team this year. Brought back a lot of talent from a team last year that was just bursting at the seams with potential, just never quite could put things together. It's going to take a really good team to beat Benson County this year in Class B, but ultimately LaMoure and Maple River might be 2 of those teams that are capable of doing it, and we'll get to see a great matchup between a great LaMoure team and a Maple River team that brings in one of the best players not only in Class B but perhaps in the state in Violet Richmond. So that's going to be a phenomenal game coming up next here on Q101. But ultimately for Northern Cass, you just got to find a way to create easy offense, and nothing really has come easy. Valley City dialed out the press early on to get the lead, then have pulled it back and pretty much have played half court since. But if Northern Cass is unable to create those easy looks, this lead is only going to balloon more and more. But for Valley City, it's just start that you dreamed of getting out to. What you want to see from Valley City maybe a little bit more here is try to find a way to get Sky Nielsen going. You know, you got the 29-point lead, so you've been good without her not scoring, but you want to be able to get, what was account to your second or third leading scorer last year. You want to get her going. You want to get her some confidence. It's been a bit of a slow start for her, so if you can get Sky Nielsen maybe some good looks at the basket here in the third quarter, get her some confidence going into tomorrow. But if you're able to do that and try to, maybe take some of the scoring load off Katie Burchell, as much as it would be nice to get the scoring record, Valley City, if they have a big lead going into the fourth, is probably resting starters. They're not going to try to run up the score. It's just not Valley City style. It just is, and that's not me being high and mighty about Valley City. It's just kind of Jimmy Howard's philosophy is that, against Warwick, if Valley City brought out their starters to play Warwick, there might be a news story with how lopsided it was going to be. That's why he was going to play his 8th graders against Warwick. But against, this is a team that knows what its ultimate goal is, and that's to win a state tournament, not to set the individual scoring record here at the Barnes County tournament. So, Katie Burchell might get about 4 minutes here in the second quarter, maybe a little bit longer if Northern Cass is able to kind of keep it within that 30-point range. But ultimately, what you want to see from Valley City, kind of keep the offense simple, create the good chances, stay in your lanes on defense, and just kind of grind away and kind of finish off a good opening night here at the BCT. So we got about 2 minutes to go here, and that's when we'll be back for the start of our second quarter here on Q101 and also on our YouTube channel, KOVC TV.
Looking for the right college fit? With more than 65 majors to choose from, Valley City State University might be just what you're looking for. Whether you're aiming for pre-med, education, business, or a career in fisheries and wildlife, Valley City State has a path for you. Get involved in music, athletics, speech, esports, and shooting sports, all while earning an affordable, trusted degree. Come see for yourself. Schedule your campus visit today at vcsu.edu/visit.
Looking to move your future forward? At Bank Forward and Insure Forward, we're more than just banking and insurance. We're your partners for what's next. Whether you're buying a home, growing a business, or protecting what matters most, we've got you covered with local service, smart solutions, and people who care. Bank with confidence, insure with peace of mind. Move forward with us. Visit Bank Forward and Insure Forward. Together, we go further.
Attention growers, get the most out of your corn planting equipment with Gramlow Ltd. in Fullerton. They provide meter and testing calibration to make sure your planters run accurately, plus expert liquid fertilizer system design and setup. If you need chisel plow spikes or blades for your disc, they have that too. Call 375-6330 today to learn how Gramlow Ltd. can help maximize your planting season. Gramlow Ltd., your partner in planting success and provides technology that delivers results.
The staff at LaMoure Drugstore wishes good luck to the Lobos in the Barnes County Tournament. If you're going to the games, get your locally made Lobo gear at LaMoure Drugstore and represent. If you can't make it to the store before the games, did you know you can order your prescription refills on the mobile app? Yep, just look for LaMoure Drugstore in your app store. And if you haven't gotten a flu shot yet, just walk in. Yeah, it's pretty much all you have to do. Show an insurance card, and it's probably free, too. The LaMoure Drugstore. Proud to cheer on the Lobos every day.
Well, we're ready to begin our third quarter of play. Valley City up 41-12. Valley City leading scorer Katie Burchell, 23 points. Carly Ryder with 3 points. Olivia Olson with 4. Faith Berry with 2. And Nyla Erickson with 3. So Northern Cats starting out with the ball, and we're back underway here at VCSU. So Jaguars shooting on the end of the floor. That was so kind to Valley City. Hoping that it'll give them a chance to get back in this game. Ball rotated on the outside here to Hussar. Hussar passes to Jalbert. Jalbert's pass tipped. Good steal by Freeze. Freeze puts it up ahead here to Potratz. Potratz now pass behind Katie Burchell, and not necessarily how Valley City wants to start out with the turnover. So a quick turnover gives the ball back to Northern Cass, and Hussar going inside against the tough defense and gets it to drop. Potratz going for the block, just could not quite get that shot blocked, and that'll put the Jaguars on the board first here in quarter number 3. Potratz puts it over here to Freeze. Freeze now back up top to Potratz, in now to Burchell, now over to Coca. Coca back to Potratz, over now to Freeze for a catch and shoot, and she'll knock it down. Maddie Freeze with 8. 44-14. I covered a player at one time, he talked about how easy it was to be a double-digit scorer in basketball if you could shoot threes. And he said all you really have to do is make 2 threes a half and get to the foul stripe once and get a layup, and you average 10 points a night. That'll be a cut inside and a shooting foul called, and 2 shots coming up here for Jalbert. That'll be a first foul called on Katie Burchell. So Jalbert at the stripe here, 4-2. Foul shot is up off the back rim and no good. So I don't believe the 30-second running clock begins until we get to quarter number 4. Next foul shot for Jalbert, up and rattles in. So Jalbert able to go 1 and 2 at the stripe, and both teams with 3 tallies here in quarter number 3 as we're a minute and a half gone into the third frame. Maddie Freeze now throws it to Nielsen. Nielsen back up top to Potratz. Potratz with a 3. That'll be off to the side. Freeze hustling, trying to save it. Ball on the deck. Burchell jumps on it and able to force a jump ball. Arrow belonging to Valley City. Coca looked like she was initially going to go for it on the inbounds pass, but it'll be Freeze. So Freeze setting up the inbounds play. Looking for someone to dish to. Finds Nielsen. Nielsen able to float it out to Freeze, now to Potratz. Potratz through the contact and gets it to drop and 1. Potratz, such an anomaly for a ball handler at this level. Is usually your ball handlers are going to be a little bit smaller. Potratz, 5'10", and can just fight through those contacts and did a good job there, and that'll roll out. Nielsen got a hand to it, not quite able to flip it to a teammate. So Valley City up by 31, their largest lead of the day. Hussar kicks it out to Jalbert. Jalbert throws it to Ryder in the corner. Good look for a 3 in the corner, but can't get it to drop. Freeze with the rebound now, looking up ahead to Coca. Coca trying to go down the floor, a lot of contact. She'll get 2 shots. Be a foul on Carly Ryder. Coca filling in for Greta Govan in the starting lineup. Valley City only lost 1 starter from last year's state championship team. That was Greta Govan, and Govan didn't really score a lot, but her defensive presence is really what stood out. And Katie, very good athlete herself. She's not going to be asked to do a lot of scoring, but got to get a little bit better from the foul stripe. Misses 1 long and misses the second long, so an 0 for 2 trip. She's 0 of 4. And did we get another jump ball? Yes, we did. So Burchell was able to force a tie-up underneath. That'll give the arrow to Northern Cass, but if you're Valley City, you're more than happy taking that. It was already going to be a lost ball anyway, so get the arrow out of it. So now the Jaguars have the ball in the corner here to Melander. Melander rolls a pass inside. Nielsen with the steal. Now floats it up ahead to Potratz. Potratz with Hussar. Not quite doing enough to hound her, and she'll put that one up and in. She's got 7. So Potratz, a couple baskets here in quarter number 3, and Valley City has stretched the lead to 33. Hussar working against Potratz. He'll float this one out to Jalbert. Jalbert working against Nielsen. Nielsen doing a good job staying in front of her. Back over to Ryder. Now outside here to Hussar. Hussar, good little cut, getting inside, and he'll float it up and in. Just shielding off the presence of Coca. So Hussar, a couple of baskets for her. Valley City up by 31. Coca on the outside, now get it to Nielsen. Nielsen double team, but finds Burchell, but Burchell leaves it short. Gets her own miss, though, and puts it up and in. Don't know if you'll give her the offensive rebound on that one or a steal. Might give her the steal on that one, as it looked like Northern Cats had the ball, but Burchell ripped it away. Jalbert going for 3. No good. Burchell unable to get the board. And a hard-fought effort there will put the Jaguars at the stripe, 4-2. Olsen going to the stripe here. Tied with Hussar for the lead in points with 4. Well, shot is up. A little line drive and able to creep it over the front. Olsen now with 5. Jaguars making a substitution here. I believe that's Erickson coming in. 50-18, Valley City in front, 4:35 in quarter number 3. 2-for-2 trip for Olsen. She's got 6. Jaguars a little bit more competitive here in this third quarter. Potratz dribbles in, finds Burchell. Shot no good. Now Valley City threw up a double team, able to force the turnover, but the turnover forced right back. Maddie Freeze trying to force a pass inside to Nielsen. Might have been trying to do a little too much. A little scoop shot there by Hussar, no good. Freeze trying to dribble out of traffic, just able to float a pass to Potratz. Now gets over to Nielsen. Pass tipped away. Coca has the ball tipped back to her. Now goes to Burchell into Nielsen. Nielsen through the contact and 1. Well, maybe you'd like to see Coca a little bit more stick-to-itiveness to that play. Kind of let Northern Cass run that one down, but ultimately she was kind of in the perfect spot, and ball got thrown to her. She dumps it inside to Burchell. Burchell, not being selfish, immediately finds Sky Nielsen on the cut, and Nielsen able to get her first basket of the day. That'll be the 3rd foul on Erickson. Foul shot is up for Nielsen off the back rim, no good. So Valley City slowed down a little bit at the stripe, have missed their, I believe, their last 6. Blocked shot on the inside from the Valley City. That defense still good. Potratz lost the handle on it. Hussar poked it away. He'll take a step back, too, in the face of Potratz. Ball getting fought for. Freeze with the ball. Now Freeze able to, she loses it off her foot to Hussar. Valley City has given it away kind of carelessly twice. Now Erickson with a shot from the outside, no good. Kaylee Nielsen with the rebound. Potratz running free up ahead. Now Hussar is just trying to pickpocket anyone bringing the ball up down the floor. Valley City going to have to be cautious of that. Nielsen with the ball gets double teamed. Now back to Maddie Freeze for a long 3, no good. Coca runs in to get the rebound, doesn't finish. Able to get the offensive board. Now Potratz going inside for a floater and gets it to rattle in. Dakota Potratz with 6, and Valley City up 54-19. 54-19, down to 2:50 to go. Now it's Melander, guarded by Coca. Now we're to Hussar. Hussar been pretty good in this third quarter in terms of defense and being able to push the pace. Little pump fake there by Northern Cass. They'll reset things to the corner. Now back to Melander. Melander throws it out in the corner to Erickson. Nyla Erickson, little scoop layup up and underneath the basket. They're going to say foul on the deck and wave off the shot attempt. No, are they going to say traveling? Or an offensive foul? No, so, Northern Cass coming back. I think Northern Cass thought that they might have stepped out of bounds, and they are going to call the foul on Valley City. I believe that's going to be on Nielsen. That'll be her 3rd. Now, that was a bit of an odd one. You saw the ref whistle for it, and by what I thought he whistled for a foul. Jaguars all ran back down the floor like they thought they had stepped out of bounds. But the Jaguars are indeed going to get the ball underneath their own basket. Valley City collapse on defense. They leave open a shooter, but the Jaguars not able to make them pay. Glant with the long rebound, able to find Potratz. Now throwing in the corner here to Suffolk to Glant. Glant to Potratz. Potratz catch shoot on the three. No good. Kaylee Nielsen trying to fight and get it. No, can't quite. Kaylee Nielsen showing a good job of fighting inside and being able to muck things up on the inside, and has gotten a couple of offensive boards, a couple defensive rebounds. She's done a little bit of everything, and I think that's what Valley City needs her to be off the bench, someone that just does a little bit of everything. Well, ball up top here to Winterquist. Winterquist now finds Hussar on the outside. Can't get the shot to go. Valley City with the block from behind. That might have been Nielsen. Now up ahead to Suffolk. Suffolk bringing it up, and Suffolk pops it over to Glant. Glant, and that'll be a shuffle of the feet. Kind of threw the head fake and started to move forward before she took a dribble with the ball, and easy call there for our officials. Minute 46 to go here in quarter number 3. Valley City firmly in control of this one. Up by 35. Ryder gets double team, forced a pass inside, and that'll be a travel. Olsen saw the trees inside and could not keep her feet planted. Haley Nielsen going to inbound it here to Potratz as we get down to a minute and a half to go here in quarter number 3. Potratz going to go over to Suffolk. Suffolk has that pass tipped, and Potratz trying to play defense enough to not allow a fast break, able to make Northern Cass pull it back, but they'll find Ryder in transition, but Ryder airmails the three. Long miss saved by the Jaguars. Valley City able to find Glant after the ball was pulled in by Kaylee Nielsen. Potratz catch shoot on the outside, no good. Rebound being scrapped for. This will be Glant able to get to it, and he'll get it over to Potratz. Shot clock did not reset and was looking for Burchell inside, and that'll ultimately complete the turnover that seemed to be on the way. Jimmy Howard going up to his senior point guard, telling her maybe to take a little sauce off that pass. Is that sometimes you don't have to throw hard as you think. You got a player like Burchell with that good frame. Sometimes you can just kind of lob it into her. And that's going to be a nice little floater from Hussar. She's got 3 field goals in this quarter alone, and she's got 6. So 54-21. Hussar keeping this one mildly respectable in this quarter. Kinley Suffolk outside for a 3. The line drive off the mark. Now Tess Jalbert with the ball. Jalbert to Hussar. Hussar starting to get it going. Will float a long pass to the outside. Now over to Jalbert. Up top here with 5 seconds. They're going inside to Winterquist. Now back out to Ryder. Catch shoot for the 3 and knocks it down. So that's a good end to the quarter for Northern Cass, as Valley City still outscores Northern Cass in the frame, but ultimately Northern Cass has their kind of best looking quarter, and Valley City only outscored them 13-12. So Valley City kind of coasting to the end here, but Northern Cass starting to get things going on offense. Valley City, though, up by 30 as we go to quarter number 4, 54-24 here on Q101.
Did you hear that? If you missed a play, you're sure to find the story in your local paper. Pick up a copy of the LaMoure County Chronicle, the Litchville Bulletin, or the Enderlin Independent for all the stats, scores, and pictures. You'll also find info on city and county meetings, personal interest stories, and classifieds. Get the LaMoure County Chronicle, Litchville Bulletin, or Enderlin Independent for all the features you want and the local news you need. They also offer a full-service print shop. Call LaMoure Printing at 883-5393.
Grottberg Electric wants to wish all the amazing participants in the Burns County Tournament the best of luck. We hope your hard work and dedication shine through. At Grottberg Electric, we believe in 3 core principles that drive our success: offering top quality products, being completely dedicated to our customers, and providing outstanding customer service. Contact Grottberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit us online at grottbergelectric.com. We're here to serve you. Good luck, everyone.
Dakota Bank in Valley City is proud to sponsor
54-24. Valley City with not quite the reserves in. Birchall's still out there, but a lot of bench players in. Suffolk has that one poked away. So right now it's Kinley Suffolk, Katie Coca, Kinley, or Kaylee Nielsen, and Kinsley Glant. So that's the 5 out there for Valley City. Glant with the ball, 15 seconds on the shot clock. They'll throw it out here to Kaylee Nielsen, now into Birchall. Birchall catches it and gets that one quickly up and in. She's got 27. The leadoff scores. Valley City up by 32. So Melander with the ball, hand it off to Hussar. Hussar had a really nice third quarter there, and she's trying to go inside and continue it going. Can't get the shot to drop. Able to get the offensive board and find Jalbert for a straight on 3, and she knocks it down. Jalbert now with 4. That's her first 3, and Valley City will turn it over as Glant kind of lost in the sauce there a little bit. And, well, the Jaguars are within 30, but the running clock is a go right now. So that's going to be 6:45. Melander going to catch and shoot for another 3. That one might have been deflected, and Vanderwall saying it was deflected, and I thought it was deflected, but they're not going to say it, so that's going to go down as an air ball miss. So Kinsley Glant bringing it up here. Valley City still with Birchall in the game. Maybe a little surprising. It's be kicked over here to Freeze. Freeze now over to Coca. Trying to lob it inside to Birchall, and they're getting a little kind of pass happy here to Birchall. You kind of like to see somebody else get involved in the game, but they're targeting her, but kind of making the offense a little maybe too one-track minded. Hussar going inside, a lot of contact, and that'll be a blocking foul in Valley City, so 2 shots coming up. So usually the clock runs here for, I would say 20 or so seconds, and then they stop it. Now it looks like essentially a line change coming in here for Northern Cass. They're going to pull their starters. That'll be a little too far and off the back rim. So the clock stops here at 5:32. Hussar, quiet in that first half, but she's been much more aggressive here in half number 2, and she's got some skill to her game. Of course, comes from a very good athletic family as she knocks down the second one. So that'll give her 7. And Hussar checks out. So Valley City starting to respond in kind with some substitutions of their own. See for the Highliners checking in, that's going to be Nora Peterson. Now they're going inside here to Birchall, and Birchall able to get herself to 29. Maybe they're playing to get her 30. Maybe they are going to try to get her 40 points. 58-28, Valley City up by 30. Now this is a little pump fake here by Laveg. Now back around here to Erickson, now to Winterquist. Winterquist using a screen but doesn't get anywhere. Now Erickson, shot blocked, and they're going to say a foul on Birchall. Yeah, it's going to be, let's see, on Birchall, that'll either be her second or third, and that is going to be her 3rd foul. Not a lot there, but maybe enough to warrant 2 shots in the eyes of the referee. So Erickson knocks down the shot. Birchall finally going to check out of this one. Rylan Johnson coming in. Foul shot is not quite airballed, but it's short and off to the side, so 1-2 trip. So Glant with the ball. Glant able to keep the back foot planted to avoid a travel. Low pass to Nora Peterson. Peterson gets doubled and now gets tied up, and the arrow will favor Northern Cass as now Nora not a ball handling forward and looked the part right there. Elena Deal coming in. So Valley City still with one starter out there. That's going to be Maddie Freeze. Quick 1-2 pass inside. Good look for Northern Cass. They turn down the open two to force up a shot. And well, Northern Cass probably would have liked to take that too. They did a good job setting it up, just couldn't finish. Or elected not to take it, I should say. And Deal will be an offensive foul. And now that's going to be Reese Laveg. Reese Laveg and Rylan Johnson got into a bit of a shoving match, and Johnson just kind of shoved Laveg to the floor. And I don't want to say things are getting chippy here, but certainly Valley City is just trying to get this over with. Jaguars are trying to cut into the deficit a little bit more. 58-29. Ball will be put back out here. Shot from the outside, and it's another three. Brentley Winterquist knocks that one down. Jaguars have made, I believe, at least 1 3 in each of the 4 quarters. So count that up, 12 of their 32 points have come from the outside. Inside pass here for Rylan Johnson. They'll find inside, and that'll be another tie up here. Nora Peterson not able to get the shot up, so well, Valley City's winning margin is going to be a little closer than, a little bit closer than what it probably should. Josie Heck also into the game now. Nora Peterson with the ball, and she gets whacked on the arm, so probably the first foul call on Northern Cass in this quarter. Kinsley Glant set to inbound this one. So Valley City going to face the winner of Maple River and LaMoure-Litchville Marion, which will be coming up after this one concludes. Oh, Deal kicks it outside. Nora Peterson over to Glant, and Rylan Johnson not able to get her hands to it. Another turnover. Minute 50 to go here in quarter number 4. Valley City with 4 points, both from Katie Burchell. Jaguars have knocked down a couple of threes in this one, which is why they've managed to outscore Valley City so far. Turnaround shot, no good. Deflection goes out to Northern Cass. They'll find Laveg for a 3. No good. Nora Peterson unable to get to that rebound. Laveg turns down a 3, goes inside. Pass gets deflected out. 14 seconds, and that'll be a bump foul on Valley City, as that might be Deal picking that one up. That'll be the first foul on her. That's going to be the 14th foul on Valley City. So we tick within a minute to go here. Inside pass here for the Jaguars. Valley City cuts them off. Floater on the way, no good. Rebound pulled down here by Glant. So Valley City has kind of firmly coasted to the end here. Going to turn around, give it back to Glant. Glant going to take a 3 and can't get that one to go in. Johnson unable to get to the rebound. So about a probably half-second differential between the shot and game clock. Jaguars take a long 2 here from Laveg. She'll knock that one down to give herself 2 points. And, well, that should be the end of things here. Valley City up 58-34. And Northern Cass doesn't look like they're going to press up on defense, which means Valley City should be able to dribble out the rest of this clock. Well, they are still passing it around a little bit. So Deal with a pump fake goes inside, hit on the arm. That shot off the mark, out of bounds, but with the running clock in play, doesn't matter. Valley City will win 58-34. Northern Cass, couple of nice quarters scoring-wise, but just really unable to hang with Valley City in this one. So 58-34 as Valley City will move on to play the winner of Maple River and LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Running through final stats on the night, Dakota Potrats with 9 points, Maddie Fries with 8. Katie Burchill leads all scorers with 29, Sky Nielsen with 2. Kenley Suffolk with 2, Kaylee Nielsen with 6. Kinsley Glant with 2 as well. For the Jaguars, Tess Jalbert with 4. Carly Ryder with 6. Livy Olson with 6. Cadence Hussar with 7. Leading scorer on her team, Brinley Winterquist with 3. Reese Lavig 2. Faith Theory 2. And Nyla Erickson with 4. So Valley City rolls to a comfortable win today, 58-34, coasting in the second half to a 2-0 start. So we'll be back here in a little bit with the start of game number 2. It'll be Maple River taking on LaMoure. Back here after this quick little intermission here on Q101 and over on KOVC Live.
The Valley City Chiropractors are here to help you feel your best. Our experienced team of doctors
Light snow, blowing snow. We'll see wind switching as well to the northwest at 10 to 25. Temperatures down to 5 below by the morning. Then tomorrow, blustery. High temperatures in the single digits above zero. They'll fall off in the afternoon on Friday. And on Saturday, high temperatures still below zero, around 5 below. But by Tuesday next week, we're looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. For more weather, newsdakota.com.
And welcome back here, everyone, to the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse, better known as the Bubble, on the campus of Valley City State University. Well, we're getting set for our second semifinal. It's going to be the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos taking on the Maple River Raiders. Again, this is probably one of the best collection of talents in Class B in terms of what the Lobos brought back with Nora Delabar, Edison Smith, and Annika Lesko. 3 players all scoring in double figures for them, complemented by the likes of Julia Delabar and Mia Van Eden. Going up against Maple River, who doesn't really return as many of the high scores that the Lobos do, but they probably have the best player out there on the floor in Violet Richmond. Violet Richmond, a player that can score from all 3 levels, from the outside, from the mid-range, and from in close with her athleticism. So number 0 in blue is going to be the kind of star watch player of this one. But again, that's not taking anything away from Nora Delabar, Addison Smith, and Annika Lesko, all 3 of which very capable scorers. The reason why LaMoure picked inside the top 5 this year. I think they're currently sitting about second in the polls right now. So this is going to be a matchup early on here between 2 of the top 5 teams in Class B. Again, Benson County probably going to be the class of Class B this year, but if you're looking at teams that could possibly topple Benson County, it would be either Maple River or LaMoure. Just, again, Violet Richmond probably one of the best players at that level, and LaMoure probably one of the most balanced teams that can be out there. So, and you're talking about, 2 teams that can give you enough of a challenge to where both Northern Cass and Valley City have made an effort to, fill up the open date on their schedule with a game against Maple River or with LaMoure. So we're gonna get a taste of hopefully a very quality game today between these 2 sides. Now, LaMoure is certainly a team that kind of got the better of Maple River last year, but in the Barnes County tournament, it was Maple River that actually pulled the upset on LaMoure. I believe it was a late steal by the Raiders that was ultimately the play that swayed things in favor of Maple River. You take a look at how they've started out this year. A 22-point win against Medina Pingree Buchanan, and then lost a close one on the road to Oak Grove, who is a Class A squad. So, no shame in losing to a team in a class above you, but ultimately still probably wanted to have that win, have that in the win column, but ultimately not a bad showing. LaMoure undefeated right now, only 1 game on the docket for them so far. That was a 59-32 win over the Richland Colts. Taking a look at what both teams have coming up after the Barnes County tournament. Hillsborough, Central Valley, Mayport, Grafton, and then Edgeley-Cole, Montpelier for Maple River. So a kind of a gauntlet of games early on there for Maple River, playing a lot of teams that are up a level. Hillsborough, Central Valley, of course, in Class A. Mayport made the move up a couple years ago. And Grafton, team that always seemingly has at least one good player on their roster, of course, very well coached as well. And then you kind of get into the Class B portion of the schedule for Maple River. For LaMoure, after they finish up here, they'll play Ellendale, Sargent County, Lisbon, and then Bowman County, as they kind of have a mix of kind of smaller Class A teams and their Class B opponents that they've got to play. Again, LaMoure going to be in region, or I should say, region, or District 2 of Region 1. That's what it is. They got Region 1 split up. But if you look at LaMoure, kind of who's going to be the team that could possibly challenge them this year in that district, maybe looking at a team like a EKM, a Linton, that could go up there and challenge them. Kidder County perhaps maybe. Over in District 1 for Maple River, you can never really count out Sargent County is always a team that seemingly is able to put together a competitive squad. So Sargent County, you feel like LaMoure-Litchville, we saw how they looked in their game against Warwick. So kind of get an idea of, where both these teams could stand going in. Again, they'll have to play each other in the region tournament if they do get that far. But kind of looking at a matchup between two teams that know that this is probably going to be one of many times that they'll be squaring off against each other in what is probably going to be some pretty high leverage games. Next time these two teams will face off against each other will be January 10th, and again, the only other time they'll play each other would be in that Region 1 tournament, and again, probably got some high stakes attached to if they do meet up in that region tournament with a spot in state might possibly being on the line. Well, going over the kind of key players for both squads, Violet Richmond, of course, for Maple River, followed up by Abigail Kaloran, Claire Irie, also got Carly Hovelson and Hallie Bassett. And then LaMoure-Litchville, Marion, Nora Delabar, Addison Smith, Anna Kolesko, Julia Delabar, and Mia Van Eden. A lot of returning players for LaMoure, so they kind of have what you need. They got some size. They got more size than a lot of Class B teams have. They have returning players. They have returning scorers as well. Maple River, a lot of this is going to ride on the shoulders of Violet Richmond. She is a fantastic player, and hopefully we'll have ourselves a fantastic game today between one of the best teams in Class B and against one of the best players in Class B. So should be in for a phenomenal game today between the Raiders and the Lobos. We'll be back here after the pregame introductions.
Looking for the right college fit? With more than 65 majors to choose from, Valley City State University might be just what you're looking for. Whether you're aiming for pre-med, education, business, or a career in fisheries and wildlife, Valley City State has a path for you. Get involved in music, athletics, speech, esports, and shooting sports, all while earning an affordable, trusted degree. Come see for yourself. Schedule your campus visit today at vcsu.edu/visit.
Looking to move your future forward? At Bank Forward and Insure Forward, we're more than just banking and insurance. We're your partners for what's next. Whether you're buying a home, growing a business, or protecting what matters most, we've got you covered with local service, smart solutions, and people who care. Bank with confidence, insure with peace of mind. Move forward with us. Visit Bank Forward and Insure Forward. Together, we go further.
Attention growers, get the most out of your corn planting equipment with Gramlow Ltd. in Fullerton. They provide meter and testing calibration to make sure your planters run accurately, plus expert liquid fertilizer system design and setup. If you need chisel plow spikes or blades for your disc, they have that too. Call 375-6330 today to learn how Gramlow Ltd. can help maximize your planting season. Gramlow Ltd., your partner in planting success and provides technology that delivers results.
The staff at LaMoure Drugstore wishes good luck to the Lobos in the Barnes County Tournament. If you're going to the games, get your locally made Lobo gear at LaMoure Drugstore and represent. If you can't make it to the store before the games, did you know you can order your prescription refills on the mobile app? Yep, just look for LaMoure Drugstore in your app store. And if you haven't gotten a flu shot yet, just walk in. Yeah, it's pretty much all you have to do. Show an insurance card, and it's probably free, too. The LaMoure Drugstore. Proud to cheer on the Lobos every day.
And we are here, everyone, ready for our second semifinal of the day as LaMoure-Litchville Marion takes on the Maple River Raiders. It'll be Julia Delabert jumping for the Lobos. Jumping for the Raiders is going to be Sophia Satrom, the talented freshman, and tip won by the Lobos, but we have a whistle here on the floor right away. Are we going to say the ball got through clean? Yes, we are. So we're going to do a re-jump. All right, the good old take two. And this one won cleanly by the Raiders. So now we're underway from VCSU. Over here to Violet Richmond. Richmond with a pump fake going inside. Draws a double team immediately. Raiders will kick out. Raiders roll this ball into the corner. Good look at a corner three, and that one no good. Ball tipped up into the air. They get it back. Satrom can't finish. Ball still getting tipped. Satrom thought about going for it. Pulls her hands back and will let that ball go out of bounds, and it's the right call as it'll belong back to the Raiders. Good look in the corner there for Claire Irie, but unable to get that one to fall. Ball will be floated up top here over to Abigail Kaloran. Now around the horn, the Raiders go. Looking for a pass inside. Good feed, and the floater up and in by Violet Richmond. Richmond with the first 2 points of the game, and now here come the Lobos breaking through the press. Richmond got the steal. Now fighting for it on the deck, able to poke it out. Now the Raiders in transition. Satrom lays it up and in. So Sophia Satrom puts the Raiders up ahead 4-0. Now here comes Annika Lesko. Lesko pauses with the ball right at the top of the key. Now the ball gets floated outside. Over here to Jada Smith. Outside to Julia Delabere. Now a wing three. High arcing shot knocked down by Addison Smith. So 4-3 here in quarter number 1. So fast-paced start to this one. Kaloran tried to go inside, got cut off. Now back over here to Hovelson. Hovelson lost a hand on the ball, able to get it back and knife her way inside for 2 points. So 3 different scores on the book so far for the Raiders. They have a 6-3 lead as we get down to 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Pump fake here by Lesko, driving down the baseline, hangs and hits. Good drive by Annika Lesko, using the threat of the shot to get a little bit of a softer baseline to drive down and able to get that one to fall. Nearly a blocking foul called on the Lobos, but they're not able, they don't get the call on them, and they're able to eventually force the steal. Raiders a little bit incensed by the lack of call. They felt like their screener was pushed to the floor, and that'll be a shooting foul on the way as Carly Hovelson, or excuse me, not Hovelson, Addison Smith going to the stripe here, 4-2. That's going to be on Sophia Satrom, her first. So foul shot on the way. It is up and in, so we got ourselves a tie game now. Addison Smith with 4. So quick substitution made here for the Raiders. That's going to be Aaliyah Hanning coming in. 2-for-2 trip, and the Lobos have their first lead. A little crossover there from Hovelson, trying to create some space. I'll get it handed right back to her, crossing her way inside. Good defense by the Lobos, but eventually going to get called for the reach-in. So that'll be the first foul on LLM. That'll be the foul picked up by Addison Smith. 7-6 for the Lobos. 5.5 to go in the quarter. Now a little posturing inside. Hanning leaves it short. It was a good look, just not a good finish. Now trips over her feet, getting back. Lobos have the numbers. Annika Lesko going inside, hangs and hits. Lobos doing a good job realizing they have the manpower advantage and quickly got the ball down the floor and able to put it up and in for what is now a 3-point lead. Richmond thought about the step back, using a screen, gets a good look, 4-3. That one rattles out. Ball being fought for it, and the Lobos almost give it away. It was a high spike of a throw. And now able to get to Smith. Now in transition for the Lobos. Off the front of the rim, no good. Richmond, they're going to say she stepped on the baseline. She got the rebound, lost it. Might have got bumped a little bit, but ultimately that foot stepped out of bounds. Now it'll be Hallie Bassett coming in. Bassett bringing a little bit of senior scoring off the bench here. But let's go. It's a look for 3. Can't knock it down, but she does get her own miss off the long board. Now outside here to Julia Delabere. Now resets things up top. Shot clock at 8 seconds. Nearly a travel, and it is a travel. Jada Smith could not quite keep that back foot anchored. 9-6 in favor of the Lobos. Abigail Kaloran going to be bringing it up. Trying to cross her way through, hands it off here to Violet Richmond. Richmond thought about the step back, lost the handle on it, and will have to pull it back. Richmond trying to size up Smith. Little crossover. Going inside. Step back. In her face. Off the back rim. No good. Hanning unable to bring in the board. Oh, Hanning looked like that ball went off her hand as it got out of bounds, but the referee going to say it's off LaMoure. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Kaloran going to be the one inbounding. Kaloran trying to find someone inside, but now throws a low bounce pass, and Smith does a good job cutting it off. Lobos in transition. They're all by themselves, and a little layup up and in for two by Nora Delabere. So a 5-point lead for the Lobos, largest by either side in this first quarter. Raiders being hounded defensively by the Lobos. Annika Lesko not making things easy. Oh, good look inside. Hanning this time finishes, but that play all set up by a brilliant drive in by Abigail Kaloran. So 4 different players have scored for the Raiders today, all with in close layups. Smith looking to go inside to Julia Delabere. Hangs and hits. Nice hook shot. 4 of the 5 players in the starting lineup for the Lobos have scored today. Violet Richmond a little behind the back move to create some space. Well, back up top here to Bissett. Now to Kaloran. Kaloran might have drawn a charge. And, yep, lowered the shoulder there a little bit, and it was a perfect positioning there by Addison Smith. 13-8. Favor of the Lobos. Now checking in here for Maple River. That's going to be Lila Richmond. Now the Lobos with a bit of communication here, and the referees are kind of holding on to the ball. Maple River might have had an extra player out there not knowing who was supposed to sub in for who. And the Lobos step out of bounds. They bungled the inbounds play, and, well, the Raiders will get a free possession out of it. Also back into the game, I think, is Sophia Satram. So she checks back in. So the Raiders hoping to take advantage of that turnover. This one gets floated into the corner by Lesko, steals it away. Lesko head up, thought about the long pass, will keep it to herself. Now LaMoure quickly moving the ball around the perimeter to Julia Delabere. Now inside, good look for Smith, but can't get it to go. Addison Smith just a little too much power underneath the basket. Now inside move for Hovelson. Hovelson tried to float it up and in. Shot might have been tipped out of bounds. Now the Lobos going to be making one of their first substitutions. It's going to be Rachel Gimmer coming in. Richmond set to inbound, and she'll just float it over to Lila Richmond. Now back to Violet. Violet, a little hezzy move going inside, floats it off the glass, no good, but the rebound pulled down by Satram. And Satram stuffs it back. So she leads the way for Maple River right now with 4 points. 13-10 lead for the Lobos. Inside opportunity blocked away. Now Violet Richmond. Head of steam crossover, lost the handle, takes a hard tumble, gets up a little slowly. LaMoure going the other way, and that's going to be an and one opportunity. Addison Smith finishes. Violet Richmond tried to complete a crossover, just got tangled up, and a bit of a scary fall that she took. She's okay, but ultimately that turnover led to possibly 3 points going the other way if Addison Smith can finish this off. She's leading the way for all scorers right now with 7. Make it 8. So Addison Smith 3 for 3 at the stripe to go along with a three-pointer and a and-one opportunity, or an and-one finish, I should say. Lila Richmond on the outside gives it to Hovelson. And a little bit of an arm bar put out there by Annika Lesko, and she'll get whistled for the foul. First foul there on Lesko. Second foul on the Lobos. All floated up here to Sophia Satram. Now Maple River posturing it on the outside. A little give and go here to Hovelson. Hovelson thought about the step back, and we'll have ourselves a travel. Minute 51 to go here in quarter number 1. Lobos with a 16-10 lead. Difference for the Lobos has been a little bit better shooting on the outside and also more frequent flyer mileage to the stripe. They are 3-3 at the stripe. The Raiders have yet to get there. Step back look here for the Lobos. That one's left short. Easy rebound there for Violet Richmond. Richmond now bringing it up, sizes things up. We'll give it over to Hovelson in the corner. Hovelson trying to spin three. Let's go with the denial. Gets the block, but Hovelson quickly comes in and forces a tie-up. Arrow favors LaMoure, but again, you're willing to make the trade-off there if you're Maple River. It's already a kind of a lost possession, but you can kind of do a little bit of good there if you can force a jump ball to take away the arrow from the Lobos. So if there's no other jump balls, no other jump balls, Maple River will start out with the ball in the second quarter. Frenetic start to this game with the Lobos in front 16-10. Now they go to Julia Delabar. Julia trying to back her way in, throws up a nice looking hook shot, can't get it to drop. Now Kaloran throws a pass up ahead here to Richmond. Richmond step back three off to the side, ball on the deck, picked up there by Lesko. Lesko thought about pushing the pace, now slows things down. We'll give it over to Addison Smith. Smith waiting for her teammates to set up. Julia Delabar trying to post up inside. High pass to Delabar. Delabar fighting through the contact, and she'll draw the foul. Jada Smith did a good job not forcing the pass right away. Actually did a good job driving down the baseline, sucking the defense towards her. Then makes a nice pass to Delabar. Delabar, a lot of bodies to fight through. Eventually fought through enough to force the foul. So she'll go to the stripe here for 2 shots. That's now 5 fouls on the Raiders, and she spins that one in for another make at the stripe. So a 4-for-4 start for the Lobos today. That foul assessed to Claire Irie. Next shot for Delabar. That is up and in. So Delabar 2-2 at the stripe. So a 8-point lead here for the Lobos. Well, the Richmond only held the 2 points so far in this one. Now a double team comes. Lobos forcing an inside attack and a little pop-a shot there from Hannon. Gets it to drop. She's got 4. Lobos up by 6. Can hold for the final shot as they'll cross the timeline here with about 20 seconds. Smith being guarded by Richmond. Richmond, though, picks her pocket. Now trying to lay it up ahead. Now Satrom trying to go all the way. A lot of contact. Does not matter. She will finish. Sophia Satrom finishes. Now a half-court chuck coming up for the Lobos at the buzzer. Off the backboard and no good. So the late turnover gives Maple River some momentum, but they trail at the end of one. 18-14 back after the break here on Q101.
Did you hear that? If you missed a play, you're sure to find the story in your local paper. Pick up a copy of the LaMoure County Chronicle, the Litchville Bulletin, or the Enderlin Independent for all the stats, scores, and pictures. You'll also find info on city and county meetings, personal interest stories, and classifieds. Get the LaMoure County Chronicle, Litchville Bulletin, or Enderlin Independent for all the features you want and the local news you need. They also offer a full-service print shop. Call LaMoure Printing at 883-5393.
Grottberg Electric wants to wish all the amazing participants in the Barnes County Tournament the best of luck. We hope your hard work and dedication shine through. At Grottberg Electric, we believe in 3 core principles that drive our success: offering top quality products, being completely dedicated to our customers, and providing outstanding customer service. Contact Grottberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit us online at grottbergelectric.com. We're here to serve you. Good luck, everyone.
Dakota Bank in Valley City is proud to sponsor the community gift tree this holiday season. We invite you to bring wrapped gifts for children of all ages to Dakota Bank. Simply label the gift with appropriate age and indicate if it's for a boy or girl, then drop it off by December 16th. All donations will be distributed by Abused Persons Outreach Center to make the season brighter for those in need. Join us in sharing the spirit of Christmas with Dakota Bank's community gift tree. Member FDIC.
18-14, the lead for the Lobos. Leading scorer, that's going to be Addison Smith with 8. Annika Lesko for Julie Delabar for Nora Delabar with 2. Violet Richmond 2. Carly Hovelson 2. Sophia Satrom with 6. And Claire Henning with 4. 18-14. As Lobos Get the ball to start off. Three-pointer on the way, and Annika Lesko knocks it down. So a 7-point lead here for LaMoure. Now this will be kicked out to Hovelson. Hovelson trying to spin her way inside. Isla Richmond on the bench right now for the Raiders. So the secondary players for Maple River are going to have to step up in this one. Trying to go inside, a little hook shot, and that'll be 2 shots coming up. Maybe a bit of a interesting approach there for Kaloran, trying to get that layup, and more probably feels like that Kaloran might have got bailed out on that one with that foul call, but let's say Jada Smith was not quite in the proper position. Foul shot on the way, and that'll be up and in for 1 point, and that'll be the first free throw that the Raiders have taken today. Next one is up, a little short, but gets the kind roll off the front. So a 2-for-2 trip and a good foul shooting demonstration so far by both sides. 7-7 combined. A little high pass there, nearly stolen away by Bassett. Now ball floated into the corner. Lesko wants this one back up top. Smith to Smith. Now inside, turnaround shot. A lot of contact, no call. Kaloran with the board after a few tips. Kaloran, physical, bruising point guard, will fire it out to Hovelson for a long 3. No good. Hovelson trying to run it down, and will. Lesko applying pressure, trying to force a turnover. A bit of a high pass out there for Bassett. Able to give it over to Kaloran. Kaloran loses the ball on the deck, being fought for. Jump ball will belong here to Maple River. Maple River will get the ball back. Checking back in will be Gimar. 6:39 to go here in the second quarter. It's a 21-16 lead for the Lobos. Oh, and Kaloran just avoids an over and back. Kind of a little too casual going to get that ball. 2 seconds on the shot clock. A spinning layup inside for Kaloran. High degree of difficulty, and gets it to drop. And Raiders back within 3 points. All rotated around the perimeter. 3-pointer coming up for Annika Lesko. No good. Raiders able to get the rebound. Now looking up ahead, pushing the pace. Pass a little too high for Bassett. Might have thrown a pass well enough, though, to save it. Ball still being fought for, and Hovelson able to eventually get it. Hovelson kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way, left it short. Rebound pulled down by Addison Smith. Oh, here comes Addison Smith bringing it up. Now this one kicked over here to Lesko. Lesko goes in. Papa's shot is good. Annika Lesko with 9. So the Lobos right now doing just enough to keep Maple River at bay. Shot blocked inside. Good job there by Julia Delabar. Now pushed up ahead here to Robbins. Robbins can't finish. Had a great look, but Maple River swats the ball out of bounds off the rebound. Irie couldn't control it. Now a timeout taken by Maple River. So 23-18, Lobos in front back after the break here on Q101.
The Valley City Chiropractors are here to help you feel your best. Our experienced team of doctors, Dr. Justin Fell, Dr. Nathan Saylor, Dr. Brent Thompson, Dr. Jeff Brown, and Dr. Gabriel Brown, are dedicated to supporting your journey to better health and a more active life. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, recovering from an injury, or just looking to improve your everyday well-being, our team provides personalized, effective care tailored to your lifestyle. Feel better, move better, and live better with the Valley City Chiropractors.
Your corn planting equipment with Gramlow Ltd. in Fullerton. They provide meter and testing calibration to make sure your planters run accurately, plus expert liquid fertilizer system design and setup. If you need chisel plow spikes or blades for your disc, they have that too. Call 375-6330 today to learn how Gramlow Ltd. can help maximize your planting season. Gramlow Ltd., your partner in planting success, and provides technology that delivers results.
5 minutes 20 to go here in the second quarter. Lesko gets a good look out of the inbounds play. Can't get it to drop. Jada Smith gets tied up, and the arrow will belong back to the Lobos. Yes, this has been a very scrappy game so far. Lobos have been the team in control for most of it, but they just have not been able to really put the Raiders away. Raiders right now trying to find a way to get their main weapon going, and that's Violet Richmond. Slow first quarter, only 2 points, missed some open shots. Oh, good fake there by the Lobos. Get a shot inside. It was a fake pass by Nora Delabar that fooled the Raiders defense, and she got a wide open look at the basket for 2 points. Richmond, a little hesitation shot inside, can't get it to go. Lobos pulled down another rebound. But the pass stolen away. Richmond did a good job reading it, now goes all the way, and she gets the scoop to go up and in. Good instinctual play there by Violet Richmond. Now back down to a 5-point game. Almost a rush three there by Addison Smith. She'll go to Julia Delabar. That one ripped free by Nora Delabar. Delabar throws a little bit of a forearm shiver to create space. No call. Referees letting a lot of physicality play go on right now. And now we'll have ourselves a timeout here by LaMoure as they try to settle things down. So a quick timeout being taken here back after the break here on Q101.
Looking for the right college fit? With more than 65 majors to choose from, Valley City State University might be just what you're looking for. Whether you're aiming for pre-med, education, business, or a career in fisheries and wildlife, Valley City State has a path for you. Get involved in music, athletics, speech, esports, and shooting sports, all while earning an affordable, trusted degree. Come see for yourself. Schedule your campus visit today at vcsu.edu/visit.
25-20 in favor of the Lobos. This has been a very hotly contested game between these two Region 1 rivals. One's going to be in District 1, one's going to be in District 2. And the Lobos, if memory recalls right, won the series against Maple River last year, but lost this Barnes County tournament matchup off a late steal. Now an inside shot. Opportunity for the Lobos, can't get it to drop. They force up a rush shot, and the referee says it's out of bounds off the Lobos. Almost looked like he said it was kicked out of bounds. Don't quite know if it got kicked out of bounds, but that one might have been rushed a little bit by Jada Smith, who probably thought the defense was collapsing on her a little bit more than it was on that putback attempt. Richmond does a good job of getting down the floor. Now the Raiders trying to create some open looks. Richmond going to catch and shoot for a three, leaves it short. And Nora Delabar done a good job of eating up the glass, and she'll bring down another one. Monica Lesko puts it back out to Nora Delabar. Now back over to Addison Smith. Smith throws it into Lesko. Lesko trying to bully her way in. Shot blocked. But they're going to say Lesko, she got the steal, but she dribbled it on the baseline. Sophia Satram, the one that got the block. But then Lesko manages to fight back, get the steal, but put the ball on the deck, but just put it on that baseline. Now Violet Richmond going to be joined all the way down the floor here by Jada Smith as we get down to the 3.5-minute mark here in quarter number 2. Still a 5-point lead for the Lobos. Quick give and go inside. Irie faces up, can't get the drop. Ball being deflected, and it'll once again find its way to number 24 in white, Nora Delabar. Delabar bringing the ball down the floor. Will kick out to Addison Smith for an open three. No good. Rebound pulled down by the Raiders. Now Richmond will get an opportunity on a run out. Will go all the way down and lay it up and in. Got behind Addison Smith, and Richmond now with 6 points. And once again, the Raiders back within 3 points. Addison Smith going inside. A little stutter step. Can't get the shot to go. And this time it'll be the Raiders pulling down the rebound. Now a little crossover there by Killorn to create some space. Floats a pass inside to Irie. Irie gets it to drop, and one opportunity. Not a lot of contact there, but Irie going to get a chance to even things up with a chance at the stripe. 25-24, 2:46 to go here in the second quarter. Oh, Irie finally gets her first basket of the game. This one's going to be up and in, so nails the foul shot. Now we're tied up here, 25-25. A little bit of a scoring drought here for the Lobos. Monica Lesko with 5 in the quarter. She's leading her team with 9 points. Fires a pass inside to Julia Delabar. She faces up, can't get it to go. Put back opportunity for Nora Delabar, and she can't get it to go. But Nora Delabar, she has just been a monster on the boards today. Scooping up a bunch of defensive rebounds, getting an offensive rebound there, and now getting a shot at the stripe. Robbins packing through the game for the Lobos as well. Foul shot is going to be up, and that is a high arcing foul shot that finds the bottom of the net. So Nora Delabar now with 5. And the Lobos back in front now by 1. Foul shot is up, and a little off to the side, whistle blown, and lane violation called on the Lobos, so it doesn't matter anyway. That'll be the Raiders set to inbound the ball here, but the Lobos applying a bit of pressure. Well, not quite full court man-to-man, but certainly applying a bit more pressure than what they were doing before. Holvelson with the ball. Now it kicks over here to Satrom. Satrom back here over to Kaloran. Kaloran looking for someone to dish to. Handed off to Violet Richmond. Richmond trying to spin her way inside. Good look on the face-up and finishes. Richmond, good job keeping her balance on that one. Spun her way inside, then faced up. Just a little teardrop off the glass for 2 points. Raiders in front by 1. Step back, Veronica Lesko off the back rim, no good. But a rebound by Nora Delabar, but she has it taken away. Ball fed back here to Richmond. She'll bring it past the timeline. 1:45 to go here in quarter number 2. Richmond crossing over, trying to get inside. Step back 2. What a shot. She's got 10. Player like Violet Richmond, you can only keep her down for so long, and she's kind of gotten herself going here in that mid-range game. Lesko dribbled herself into a pickle. Now pass out to Robbins. Now over to Jada Smith. Smith now back over to Robbins. Robbins going to take a 3. No good. And Julia Delbar a little too aggressive going for the rebound, and she'll get popped for the foul. Yeah, a little too aggressive. Delabar going clearly over the back there. So 1:15 to go here in quarter number 2. 29-26 the lead for Maple River. Good strong quarter for them. Kaloran trying to create some space. Got cut off. Satrom sets a screen. Hands it back off to Richmond. Richmond facing up. Trying to cut inside. Got cut off. Resizes things back to Kaloran. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Richmond going against Jada Smith behind the back. Step back again. Rattles out. Oh, that was halfway down, but then it went all the way back out. About a 10-second differential between shot and game clock. Lesko looked like she was going to rush up a shot and does rush up a shot. No good. And that one poked out of bounds by Julia Delabar, and that should give the ball back to the Raiders. 33.8 seconds. Shot clock turns off. You got to imagine the Raiders are going to try to hold for that final shot. If the clock will start running, and there it goes. So, hey, about an extra second and a half for the Raiders. Now the Raiders pitch it out here. They're working fast. Now Satrom, good dish inside. Hanning all by herself puts it up and in. Hanning with 6 points, and now a 5-point lead. The Raiders' largest of the game. But wide open is the lane down the middle, but the Lobos blow the layup. Now 5 seconds. Richmond streaking down the floor, but it's Kaloran. Kaloran going in. Wild shot, no good. A strong quarter from Maple River. 17 points in the quarter to give them that 31-26 lead, as just nothing came easy offensively for the Lobos in that second frame. So we'll be back here with the stats right after this intermission. Keep it right here on Q101.
Looking for the right college fit? With more than 65 majors to choose from, Valley City State University might be just what you're looking for. Whether you're aiming for pre-med, education, business, or a career in fisheries and wildlife, Valley City State has a path for you. Get involved in music, athletics, speech, esports, and shooting sports, all while earning an affordable, trusted degree. Come see for yourself. Schedule your campus visit today at vcsu.edu/visit.
Looking to move your future forward? At Bank Forward and Insure Forward, we're more than just banking and insurance. We're your partners for what's next. Whether you're buying a home, growing a business, or protecting what matters most, we've got you covered with local service, smart solutions, and people who care. Bank with confidence, insure with peace of mind. Move forward with us. Visit Bank Forward and Insure Forward. Together, we go further.
The staff at LaMoure Drugstore wishes good luck to the Lobos in the Barnes County Tournament. If you're going to the games, get your locally made Lobo gear at LaMoure Drugstore and represent. If you can't make it to the store before the games, did you know you can order your prescription refills on the mobile app? Yep, just look for LaMoure Drugstore in your app store. And if you haven't gotten a flu shot yet, just walk in. Yeah, it's pretty much all you have to do. Show an insurance card, and it's probably free, too. The LaMoure Drugstore. Proud to cheer on the Lobos every day.
Did you hear that? If you missed a play, you're sure to find the story in your local paper. Pick up a copy of the LaMoure County Chronicle, the Litchville Bulletin, or the Enderlin Independent for all the stats, scores, and pictures. You'll also find info on city and county meetings, personal interest stories, and classifieds. Get the LaMoure County Chronicle, Litchville Bulletin, or Enderlin Independent for all the features you want and the local news you need. They also offer a full-service print shop. Call LaMoure Printing at 883-5393.
Grottberg Electric wants to wish all the amazing participants in the Burns County Tournament the best of luck. We hope your hard work and dedication shine through. At Grottberg Electric, we believe in 3 core principles that drive our success: offering top quality products, being completely dedicated to our customers, and providing outstanding customer service. Contact Grottberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit us online at grottbergelectric.com. We're here to serve you. Good luck, everyone.
Dakota Bank in Valley City is proud to sponsor the community gift tree this holiday season. We invite you to bring wrapped gifts for children of all ages to Dakota Bank. Simply label the gift with appropriate age and indicate if it's for a boy or girl, then drop it off by December 16th. All donations will be distributed by Abused Persons Outreach Center to make the season brighter for those in need. Join us in sharing the spirit of Christmas with Dakota Bank's community gift tree. Member FDIC.
The Valley City Chiropractors are here to help you feel your best. Our experienced team of doctors, Dr. Justin Fell, Dr. Nathan Saylor, Dr. Brent Thompson, Dr. Jeff Brown, and Dr. Gabriel Brown, are dedicated to supporting your journey to better health and a more active life. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, recovering from an injury, or just looking to improve your everyday well-being, our team provides personalized, effective care tailored to your lifestyle. Feel better, move better, and live better with the Valley City Chiropractors.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Bubble on the campus of Valley City State University. It is a 31-26 lead for Maple River. An excellent quarter for them. 17 points for the Raiders, holding the Lobos to only 8. And really big reason for that, Violet Richmond got going. She had 8 points in that second quarter. She leads all scorers with 10, but also kind of a balanced effort as well. Abigail Killorn with 4 points. Claire Irie with 3 in the quarter. Aaliyah Hanning also with 2 points as well. She's got 6 points off the bench today for the Raiders, so she's had herself a pretty good game. Satrum's also played very good defense down low. Really for LaMoure, just nothing really came easy in that second quarter. Nora Delabar did a good job of early on getting those rebounds and eliminating those second chance opportunities and keeping alive some second chance opportunities for her own team, but really, it kind of came down to, can you take advantage of all those opportunities? And the answer really was no. Annika Lesko kind of got it going a little early, with a three-pointer and got another bucket. But outside of that, really, LaMoure just looked a little disjointed on offense. Might have fell in love with the outside shot a little bit. A lot of long twos, a lot of threes, and LaMoure has the capability to play that game, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be their strong suit in the long haul. So probably want to see LaMoure get a bit more aggressive attacking to come out to start this second half. But for Valley City, you kind of look, or not for Valley City, but for Maple River, you look at what they did well. I mean, the defensive intensity has been there since jump, and the one thing I've been impressed with is just how well the freshman Sophia Satrum has done locking down the paint. A lot of length out there, able to use it to her advantage. She's blocked a couple of shots enclosed, which is maybe why it's kind of persuaded away the Lobos from attacking inside. And Maple River, I mean, when they're able to roll out that lineup of Sophia Satram and Aaliyah Hanning, yes, it probably doesn't space out the floor as much as a smaller lineup, but 5'11" and 6 foot is not a lot. There's not a lot of Class B teams that are going to be able to roll out two players that size. So kind of takes away the inside and forces the Lobos to beat you with their shooting. And in the first quarter, you know, it worked to an extent. It was a good mix, I would say, of attacking and some pick and popping by LaMoure. Only 2 3-pointers on the day for LaMoure, one in the second and one in the first. But they got the thing that LaMoure did really well was get to the stripe in that first quarter. And I don't want to say it was the absence of foul calls in that second quarter, because I don't think the referees necessarily are calling well, when I say this, I don't mean it in a bad way. They're not calling a tight game in the sense of they're allowing the game to breathe. They're allowing the physicality by both ends to play through. We're not getting, a very, we're not getting, a very, I would say, constrictive sort of game between these two, which is good. It's allowed the game to flow freely. But LaMoure, they got to find a way either to start converting on those mid-range shots or finding a way to be able to persuade the refs, let's say, to be able to get more foul shots, because that really is what they did well in that first quarter. Talking about 5 of their 18 points came at the stripe, so you're talking nearly a third of the points right there, or over a third of the points right there about a third. Late night math, folks, it's hard. But for LaMoure to kind of have that aspect of their game taken away, you definitely tell that it had an impact them in that second quarter. And really for Maple River, they played with an energy to them, which is and it's been what has helped them out a lot, has been the energy level they have consistently played with. And it's all about, really, for LaMoure, they got to kind of duplicate what they did in the first, which is create those easy looks inside and be able to pick and pop a little bit. And also got to do a better job staying in front of Violet Richmond. She's made a couple of tough shots, but also got to remember she got herself going in that second quarter with a really heads-up play. It was kind of a soft rolling pass. LaMoure kind of floated out there, and Richmond just beelined it, got to the ball, got the steal, and that's really what got her going. So you got to take care of the ball around Violet Richmond. Can't let her get those points in transition. Got behind the defense a couple of times. If you can make Violet Richmond beat you with her jump shot, she's got a good jump shot. She can go out there and she can definitely beat you that way. But the one thing you don't want to do is look up and say we gave up. If you gave up 18 points or 20 points to Violet Richmond and say 10 of those were because we let her get behind her or we threw a bad pass and she picked it off and she went the other way. You want to make her beat you by actually shooting the ball and not because you let her get by you. So that's got to be what LaMoure does a better job. So we got about 2.5 minutes to go until we get set for our third quarter play, and that's when we'll be back. So make sure you keep it right here on Q101.
Looking for the right college fit? With more than 65 majors to choose from, Valley City State University might be just what you're looking for. Whether you're aiming for pre-med, education, business, or a career in fisheries and wildlife, Valley City State has a path for you. Get involved in music, athletics, speech, esports, and shooting sports, all while earning an affordable, trusted degree. Come see for yourself. Schedule your campus visit today at vcsu.edu/visit.
Looking to move your future forward? At Bank Forward and Insure Forward, we're more than just banking and insurance. We're your partners for what's next. Whether you're buying a home, growing a business, or protecting what matters most, we've got you covered with local service, smart solutions, and people who care. Bank with confidence, insure with peace of mind. Move forward with us. Visit Bank Forward and Insure Forward. Together, we go further.
Attention growers, get the most out of your corn planting equipment with Gramlow Ltd. in Fullerton. They provide meter and testing calibration to make sure your planters run accurately, plus expert liquid fertilizer system design and setup. If you need chisel plow spikes or blades for your disc, they have that too. Call 375-6330 today to learn how Gramlow Ltd. can help maximize your planting season. Gramlow Ltd., your partner in planting success and provides technology that delivers results.
The staff at LaMoure Drugstore wishes good luck to the Lobos in the Barnes County Tournament. If you're going to the games, get your locally made Lobo gear at LaMoure Drugstore and represent. If you can't make it to the store before the games, did you know you can order your prescription refills on the mobile app? Yep, just look for LaMoure Drugstore in your app store. And if you haven't gotten a flu shot yet, just walk in. Yeah, it's pretty much all you have to do. Show an insurance card, and it's probably free, too. The LaMoure Drugstore. Proud to cheer on the Lobos every day.
Did you hear that? If you missed a play, you're sure to find the story in your local paper. Pick up a copy of the LaMoure County Chronicle, the Litchville Bulletin, or the Enderlin Independent for all the stats, scores, and pictures. You'll also find info on city and county meetings, personal interest stories, and classifieds. Get the LaMoure County Chronicle, Litchville Bulletin, or Enderlin Independent for all the features you want and the local news you need. They also offer a full-service print shop. Call LaMoure Printing at 883-5393.
31-26, the lead for the Maple River Raiders over the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos. Leading scorers, Violet Richmond with 10 points, followed up by Annika Lesko for LaMoure with 9. NOV Violet Richmond starting out with the ball. Hasn't made a three, but did a good job pickpocketing a few times and beating their markers down the floor and nailing a couple of tough shots to get herself to 10 points. Lobos coming out here in a matchup zone. Now switching here to man. Going inside to Satrom. Satrom tried to feed a ball down the baseline, but a good read there by the Lobos defense to pick it off. Lesko throwing a little hesitation move right at Satrom. Goes right at her, lowers the shoulder, and goes through her for 2 points. Got Satrom off balance with a hesitation move. That's nearly a carry. Might have been, but referees let it slide. Irie throws a beeline in here. Wild shot up and in by Kaloran. That's the second improbable hook shot she's made. And that'll put the Raiders back in front here by 5. Feet inside here. Julia Delabar faces up. Can't get to go. Gets her own miss. Puts it back up and in for 2 points. Delabar with 6. But now the Raiders rolling in transition. Richmond going to take a transition too. Had Irie to her right but pulled up anyway. And that'll be a head-scratching miss. Lobos now within 3. Now here comes Lesko, cruising inside, can't finish through the contact. Now the Raiders trying to keep it going. Kaloran unable to get to it. Lobos tipping down the baseline, and they nearly throw it away. They're not quite past the half court yet, and well, they're going to say that it wasn't 10 seconds. There's a lot of time being spent on that other side. Down the baseline they go. 2 shots coming up. A little bit of contact on the way up. Seeing who they get that one on. That's going to be the second foul called on Sophia Satrom. So a 3-point lead for the Raiders for now, but now it's Addison Smith going to the stripe here, 4-2. First foul shot up and in, so she's now 4-4 at the stripe. Had 8 points in the first quarter, but held scoreless in that second frame. Foul shot is up, left short. Rebound pulled down here by the Raiders, so a 2-point lead for Maple River. Richmond trying to beat her marker down the floor. Lobos do a good job sticking with her. Irie trying to crash inside, draws the foul on the way up, and that'll be on Nora Delabar. Delabar, that'll be her first. Foul shot for Irie is up and off the rim and no good. Irie made the and one opportunity her last time up. But in danger going 0 for 2, and she leaves both of those short, so it's an 0 for 2 trip for her. Still only a 2-point lead for the Raiders. Ball being brought up here. Smith to Smith. Addison Smith dumps it in the corner to Lesko. Now back to Nora Delabar, up top to Addison Smith. Now over to Jada Smith in the corner. Pass intercepted here by the Raiders. They got numbers going the other way. Pass over here to Violet Richmond all by herself. Perfect feed there by Carly Hovelson. And Richmond now with 12. 35-31. Raiders in front. Addison Smith going inside. Can't finish. Ball gets tipped out to Jada Smith. Now to Annika Lesko. Open three. Knocks it down. Annika Lesko now with 5 in the quarter. She's got at least 4 in each quarter so far, so she's been consistent. And now we'll get a steal. She pokes that one away. Now the steal going the other way. Pressure coming up from behind. She's going to try to go by herself and finishes through the contact. She gives the Lobos the lead. 36-35. Now a bullet pass up ahead here for Hovelson. Hovelson now tries to feed a pass inside. Nora Delabar got the hand in the passing lane to force the ball out of bounds. Aaliyah Hanning going to check in. Robbins also checking in here for the Lobos. 4:56 to go here in quarter number 3. Lobos back in front now by 1. Now the ball being put up here by Kaloran. Kaloran through the contact. This time the wild hook shot doesn't find a marker. And Richmond reaching in, trying to force a jump ball, but got a little too much arm, and that'll be a foul on her. That'll be her first foul. 36-35 Lobos here with 4:44 to go here in quarter number 3. Once again, it is Annika Lesko doing the heavy lifting. 7 points in this third quarter. Now it's all about whether the Lobos can sustain this momentum. Jada Smith, little handoff here to Robbins. Robbins throws a cross quarter to Lesko. Lesko, little jab step. Faced up, thought about the 3. Passes it back out for Addison Smith. Smith trying to weave her way inside. Richmond doing a good job cutting her off. Now pass floater in the corner here. Robbins for a catch-shoot 3. No good, but the rebound pulled down by Delabar. Now Addison Smith inside. Shot blocked on the way in. More good defense here by the Raiders. Now Violet Richmond with the ball. Addison Smith picking her up. Low between the legs crossover. Going in for the floater. Left it short. Smith picks up the rebound as we take under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Now Jada Smith looking to go inside. Will kick it out to Lesko. Lesko with the head fake. Now a face up for a mid-range 2. It rolls off the rim. Rebound fought for. Pulled down here by Julia Delabar. Trapped on the baseline, and Satram gets hit from behind by Delabar. A little bit of an entanglement of bodies, and Delabar might be the one that gets caught with the foul, and that'll be her second. Delabar kind of got marooned there on the baseline, tried to pass out of it, but Satram again playing very well defensively, got the rip, and then got fouled from behind. Second foul now on the Lobos. Hovelson now rips it over here to Hanning. Hanning bobbled it a little bit, but he'll get it back to Richmond. Richmond now being guarded by Lesko. Lesko trying to use her frame to keep Richmond in front. Step back 2, and that's just too good right there. The one too good of a look, that's just too good from Violet Richmond. She's got 14. Lesko dumps it inside to Nora Delabar. Delabar brings up 2 bodies, kicks it to Robinson. Back around the horn, the Lobos go. Lesko, good look. She'll catch, shoot for a 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Kaloran. Kaloran rifles it to Richmond. What a pass by Kaloran, threading the needle. And the Raiders back in front by 3 in a seesaw battle. Lesko on the outside using a screen to create some space at the free throw line. Has to pass out. Addison Smith hangs, can't quite hit. Nora Delabar fighting for the rebound, and it'll be out of bounds off the Lobos. Substitution set to come in here. It'll be Haley Bassett. And a timeout taken here by LaMoure. 39-36. Raiders back in front. Keep it right here on Q101.
Grottberg Electric wants to wish all the amazing participants in the Barnes County Tournament the best of luck. We hope your hard work and dedication shine through. At Grottberg Electric, we believe in 3 core principles that drive our success: offering top quality products, being completely dedicated to our customers, and providing outstanding customer service. Contact Grottberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit us online at grottbergelectric.com. We're here to serve you. Good luck, everyone.
Dakota Bank in Valley City is proud to sponsor the community gift tree this holiday season. We invite you to bring wrapped gifts for children of all ages to Dakota Bank. Simply label the gift with appropriate age and indicate if it's for a boy or girl, then drop it off by December 16th. All donations will be distributed by Abused Persons Outreach Center to make the season brighter for those in need. Join us in sharing the spirit of Christmas with Dakota Bank's community gift tree. Member FDIC.
39-36, the Maple River Raiders ahead of the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos. The Lobos have gotten out to good starts here in the second and third quarter, but the sustainability of that momentum has left a little bit to be desired, as the Raiders have been able to weather the storm both times, been able to pull away in the late stages of the quarter. Now about with 2/3 of the quarter in the book. Now the Lobos are in need of some momentum, and they get the steal. Robbins kicked it to Addison Smith. Smith with some contact will finish anyway. Smith now with 11.
Dakota Bank in Valley City is proud to sponsor.
Violet Richmond now bringing the ball up. Will kick it out for a wing 3. No good by Bissett. Bissett, though, follows up her own miss off the back rim and in. So Bissett missed the open 3, followed her shot, and able to get the putback for 2 points. So 41-38, minute 45. Winner plays Valley City. Loser takes on Northern Cass, and a sweet follow-up there by Julia Delabar. She's got 8. 41-40, minute 35 to go in the third quarter. Violet Richmond using a screen set by Satram, trying to clear some space. In they go to Satram. Satram hit on the way up. Oh, they're going to say 2 shots. Fans for LaMoure signaling for a jump ball, but looked like there might have been contact on the wrist before that hand got to the top of the ball. Either way, 2 shots coming up. Satram, 6 points in this one so far. This will be her first 2 foul shots. That is up and in. So Satram now with 7. Very talented freshman. Doing exactly what her team needs. Now some substitutions coming in as Hovelson checks in along with Lila Richmond. Once again, set to check in is Claire Irie. Foul shot is up and it is long, so it's a 1-for-2 trip. Ball being fought for here. And now pulled down by Satram. Satram hit on the way up. Lesko prevented the 2 points, but it is going to be 2 more shots here for Satram at the stripe. Raiders have just seemingly gotten the better of those scramble drills, and Satram realized there was just a bit of a lane, and Lesko flew in to prevent the easy 2. Next foul shot up and short. So it was worth the foul. Lesko still in decent shape with the fouls, only got 2 so far. Next one is going to be up and in, so ultimately the trip is completed, just in an elongated fashion. So 43-40, minute 20 to go here in quarter number 3. Lobos are now trying to find a way to get some late momentum. Julia Delbar back to Addison Smith. Smith going inside, a lot of contact, and she'll get 2 shots. Addison Smith played a very hard-charging game today. Kind of maybe took the foot off the gas a little bit in that second quarter, maybe fell in love with the outside shot, but she's back into attack mode. And that one will rattle out and spin back to the floor. So that is a miss for Addison Smith. Next foul shot is up and in, so 1-for-2 trip. And the deficit back down to 2. 1 minute to go here in quarter number 3. 2-point lead for the Raiders. Irie will whip this one up top here to Richmond. Back around the horn they go. Catch, shoot in the corner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hovelson, but she had it poked away from behind. Ball being scrapped for. Nora Delabar pulls it out. Now Addison Smith whips in the corner to Lesko. Lesko down the baseline. Good feed inside for Julia Delabar. She's fouled on the way up, and she'll get 2 shots. That'll be the 3rd foul called on Hovelson. So 42.2 seconds. Chance to tie here. First shot for Delabar, though, is short, and free throws have been a little inconsistent for the Lobos in this frame. They're now adding up the totals here in this one. And that's going to be short. So they've been to the stripe 6 times. They've only made 2, or they shot 6 free throws in this one. They've only made 2. 3 ball in the corner, no good. Now it's the Lobos. They can hold for this final shot, but Addison Smith, just avoids the over and back. Pass it inside here to Julie Delabar. Goes to work. Hook shot, no good. Nora Delabar gets the ball back, and one opportunity. Finishes through the contact. Now a chance to take the lead. Julia Delabar went right to work, put the hook shot up, and Nora did a good job of grabbing it and putting it right back up and in. Well, we'll call that foul on Hallie Bissett. So 43-43 tie. Foul shot is up and in. So Nora Delabar gives the Lobos the lead by 1, 44-43. Violet Richmond with the ball. Little crossover, trying to size things up. 8 seconds, kicks it out to Irie. Irie inside, decent look, hook shot, no good. Ball gets tipped out, Lobos. Then hold on here, they'll throw up a chuck and it won't be anywhere near the basket, but they will take the lead into the 3rd quarter. So a nice recovery right there for the Lobos. 18 points in the quarter. Not necessarily a bad quarter from Maple River, but the Lobos with that good quarter pull back in front, 44-43 as we go to the 4th quarter. Keep it right here on Q101.
The Valley City Chiropractors are here to help you feel your best. Our experienced team of doctors, Dr. Justin Fell, Dr. Nathan Saylor, Dr. Brent Thompson, Dr. Jeff Brown, and Dr. Gabriel Brown, are dedicated to supporting your journey to better health and a more active life. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, recovering from an injury, or just looking to improve your everyday well-being, our team provides personalized, effective care tailored to your lifestyle. Feel better, move better, and live better with the Valley City Chiropractors.
Attention growers, get the most out of your corn planting equipment with Gramlow Ltd. in Fullerton. They provide meter and testing calibration to make sure your planters run accurately, plus expert liquid fertilizer system design and setup. If you need chisel plow spikes or blades for your disc, they have that too. Call 375-6330 today to learn how Gramlow Ltd. can help maximize your planting season. Gramlow Ltd., your partner in planting success and provides technology that delivers results.
Looking for the right college fit? With more than 65 majors to choose from, Valley City State University might be just what you're looking for. Whether you're aiming for pre-med, education, business, or a career in fisheries and wildlife, Valley City State has a path for you. Get involved in music, athletics, speech, esports, and shooting sports, all while earning an affordable, trusted degree. Come see for yourself. Schedule your campus visit today at vcsu.edu/visit.
LaMoure starting out with the ball here, up by 1. Nora Delabar goes crashing in. He'll kick it out. Good look for a 3, but that's going to be off the mark. But Nora Delabar rips it free again. This will be kicked down here to Annika Lesko. Lesko, though, has it stripped away. Violet Richmond hitting the deck. Falls on top of the ball. Jump ball called, and it'll be a possession in favor of Maple River. And this has just been a hard-fought game between these two teams inside the top 5 in Class A. And they slugged it out until the very end here. Now it's about what team can get it to the finish line. What team can kind of get that flurry that could sway the outcome of this game one way or the other. Kaloran trying to barge her way inside and spins around her defender, lowered herself underneath the outstretched arm of the defender and kind of scooped it up and in. Kaloran, 8 points. 3-pointer That was rushed there by Addison Smith. And now Irie racing down the floor. Pass a little too much on the leading end, so she had to pull it back. But Richmond gets it for a three, leaves it short. Rebound, thought for here by Satrom, but no, they're not going to go over the back. Thought the referee might have been set to whistle an over the back foul on the fight for the rebound, but overall that ball is just going to stay with the Raiders because the referee felt like that got knocked out of bounds by LaMoure first. Hold on, a short pass there. Richmond picks it up. You have to make a three in this one. Richmond, though, going to cross up, staying aggressive, going inside, leaves it short. Good defense by LaMoure. Now Annika Lesko, full head of steam. Starts on the side, now works inside. Ball gets off the foot of Lesko. She was driving inside. You saw the ball go towards the floor, and then you saw it just shoot out of bounds, and you knew it was either going to be kicked one way or the other, and the referee going to rule that it went off the shoe of Lesko. 6.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Raiders in front by 1. Winner moves to play Valley City tomorrow. Lesko with a near steal. Kaloran just got it back, and she'll just get it across the timeline with a few seconds to spare. Trying to go inside. Oh, no, they got her with a travel. There was a contingency of Lobo fans in front of me that were about ready to erupt. Feel if they thought there was a foul that was going to be called, but the proper result was given with that travel. A little too many shuffle, a little bit of a mini shuffle there by Kaloran on that one. A brilliant backdoor pass sets up Lesko, and Lesko cuts in. And she's scored in every quarter so far. She's got 18. Oh, and another steal by LaMoure. Oh, and a bit of a, they call it travel. Oh, that is a hard one. Jada Smith thought she picked it clean and kind of got trapped on the side there a little bit, trying to pass out of it, but might have also felt like she got pushed a little bit, but overall, referee said she walked, and the Lobos still in front by 1, but it'll be the Raiders with the ball when we come back from this timeout.
Looking to move your future forward? At Bank Forward and Insure Forward, we're more than just banking and insurance. We're your partners for what's next. Whether you're buying a home, growing a business, or protecting what matters most, we've got you covered with local service, smart solutions, and people who care. Bank with confidence, insure with peace of mind. Move forward with us. Visit Bank Forward and Insure Forward. Together, we go further.
The staff at LaMoure Drugstore wishes good luck to the Lobos in the Barnes County Tournament. If you're going to the games, get your locally made Lobo gear at LaMoure Drugstore and represent. If you can't make it to the store before the games, did you know you can order your prescription refills on the mobile app? Yep, just look for LaMoure Drugstore in your app store. And if you haven't gotten a flu shot yet, just walk in. Yeah, it's pretty much all you have to do. Show an insurance card, and it's probably free, too. The LaMoure Drugstore. Proud to cheer on the Lobos every day.
46-45. Both teams with a singular bucket in this one, in this fourth quarter. We get down to just shy of 2 minutes to go, or 2 minutes gone in this fourth quarter. Now Violet Richmond with the ball, 35 seconds and a fresh shot clock to work with. Might have walked with it a little bit. It was definitely a little bit of a scooch. Thought about the three. Now step back and will take the three. That one off the mark. Ball being fought for. Nora Delabar swinging the bows, able to clear space. Lesko gets the ball off the long pass. Now back to Addison Smith. Addison Smith holding things up. Kicks over to Lesko. Now back to Nora Delabar. Delabar back to Lesko. Pops it out to Delabar again, swinging around the horn. A little give and go. Delabar inside, faces up, and gets it to drop. Nora Delabar has done a little bit of everything, and now she's got herself to 10 points. Lobos in front by 3. Now the Raiders swinging away inside. It'll be a foul on the deck. Bodies hitting the floor. Elbows being flung. It's a hard fought game right now. 5:08 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lesko, though, picks the pocket off the long inbounds pass, steals it away. Might try to take it herself. Brilliant feed. Addison Smith finishes and one. Good job by Annika Lesko not to pass it right away. Made the defender pick who she was going to take, Smith or her. She eventually drew the defense towards her. Nice little pass to Smith. And Smith draws the contact, finishes, and now kind of talking about that surge, who was going to get it. Seems the Lobos might be in position to do it, but they can't hit the foul shot. But there's Nora Delabar again with another rebound. And she will get fouled on the way up. Nora Delabar has played her heart out in this one, getting anything that moves on the deck. Now she'll get a chance for 2 shots here at the stripe. Foul shot is up and in. Lobos shot it well in the first half at the stripe, but they've been struggling since. Now 51-45, 5 minutes to go. That one up and in. I believe this is the largest lead for the Lobos in this game at 7. And they picked a good time to get their largest lead of the day. Over here to Violet Richmond. Richmond, a little bump from behind, keeps possession of the ball. Good crossover, gets inside. Good feed. That'll be a tripping foul called. That'll be the 3rd or the 4th foul on the Lobos, depending on how quick on the jump the scorekeeper was. And they are going to say that's foul number 3. That'll be Julia Delabar, her 3rd foul. Going to feed this one up to Violet Richmond, and Richmond going to get to the ball. Working against Jada Smith. Screen set, trying to create some space. Now a little fall-away shot, too much sauce on it. Lobos have not allowed her to get any open looks. They're forcing her to beat him with contested jump shots, and now here they come quickly down the floor. Oh, that one rattles out. Sophia Satrom lost the handle on it, but went right to Hanning. Richmond knows she's got to get something going. She'll peel back, being guarded by Lesko. Little crossover going inside. Leaves the layup short, gets her own miss, whacked from behind. That'll be the 4th foul on the Lobos, which could be one of the saving graces here for the Raiders, is that we could start seeing the Raiders start getting some trips to the stripe. Nora Delabar now with 2 fouls. Julia Delabar checks out. Robbins checks in. And they're going to lob this one in here to Satrom. Satrom turnaround shot, leaves it short. Good opportunity, just didn't quite finish. Now if you're the Lobos, you got to play smart. Still a long time to go in this game with 4 minutes, but you don't want to throw up rush shots that could lead to quick breaks for the Raiders. Now this one kicked out around the perimeter they go. Shot clock down to 12. Perfect feed. Nora Delabar right in the perfect spot to finish that one off. She's got 6 points here in the 4th quarter, and she is putting a stamp on this one. And now the lead up to 9, and another steal here for the Lobos. Now they can kind of comfortably play in front here, knowing that the clock is their friend. It's all going to be about using motion, creating cutting opportunities, and create the best looks possible while using the most amount of clock. Ball gets whipped into the corner. Robbins goes to Delabar. Nora Delabar hit on the way up. Nora Delabar is just playing a smart game right now. She's getting in position. She's using angles. She's using her frame to create space. She's letting the kind of pressure come to her, and she's doing a good job selling the fouls and creating those chances at the stripe. It'll be the first foul on Aaliyah Hanning, but that one is short, a little short. 54-45 with about 3:09 to go. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. Nora Delabar misses that one off to the side, and now a scuffle breaking out for the ball. And they're going to say that it's out of bounds off the Lobos. So an 0 for 2 trip, keeping the Raiders in this game. Raiders desperately need a 3-pointer to go in. Looking at my book right now, I don't think they have one all day. They really need someone to get hot from deep. Try to cut into this deficit. They can't be forcing up anything desperate. But a good look for Violet Richmond in the corner, and she finally knocks one down. Richmond with 19. Timeout called. It's now a 6-point game with 2:49 to go. Back here after the break, here on Q101.
Did you hear that? If you missed a play, you're sure to find the story in your local paper. Pick up a copy of the LaMoure County Chronicle, the Litchville Bulletin, or the Enderlin Independent for all the stats, scores, and pictures. You'll also find info on city and county meetings, personal interest stories, and classifieds. Get the LaMoure County Chronicle, Litchville Bulletin, or Enderlin Independent for all the features you want and the local news you need. They also offer a full-service print shop. Call LaMoure Printing at 883-5393.
Quick timeout called here by the Raiders. 54-48 as they finally, I believe, get their first three-pointer of the day. They had gotten all their, only really had one three-pointer all game, and it was the old-fashioned way with the and one. They've been doing it mostly with layups and mid-range shots. Now the Raiders throwing out a bit of a trap look here. Long pass stolen away by the Raiders. They get it to Violet Richmond. Richmond doesn't take the threes. Smith bumped her a little bit. Now it's Hovelson going inside, and now we'll have a jump ball. Arrow favors LaMoure. And a little bit hesitation there for the Raiders. They just did not seemingly want to take the shot right away, and it allowed LaMoure enough time to come back and pick up their spot on defense. So a big opportunity missed there by the Raiders. Now LaMoure able to break through the press. Now a good pass here by Robbins, and who else but Nora Delabar. She's just been in the perfect spot at the perfect time today, and she has done an excellent job of putting the Lobos out in front late. Violet Richmond with the ball. Gets tied up, able to kick it back out to Satram. Ball gets tipped back to Richmond. Richmond trying to size things up. A little crossover going inside, tripped up, and she'll get two shots. Or excuse me, I thought I saw the Lobos earlier with 4 fouls, but looks like they might have maybe taken one off. So that'll be on Jada Smith. I'm sorry, folks. I could have sworn I saw 4 up on the foul side for LaMoure. Maybe they put one too many up. Either way, though, the Raiders' next foul will put them into the bonus. And that's an up-and-in look for Killorn. So the Raiders back down by 6. 56-50. Lobos trying to run some clock here, but also set up a good look. In the corner here, they're going for the dagger three. It's overshot. And it is Nora Delabar with another rebound and a timeout called here by the Lobos. And it'll be underneath the basket on the inbounds. Nora Delabar once again with another offensive rebound, keeping things alive. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Back after the break here on Q101.
Grottberg Electric wants to wish all the amazing participants in the Burns County Tournament the best of luck. We hope your hard work and dedication shine through. At Grottberg Electric, we believe in 3 core principles that drive our success: offering top quality products, being completely dedicated to our customers, and providing outstanding customer service. Contact Grottberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit us online at grottbergelectric.com. We're here to serve you. Good luck, everyone.
Dakota Bank in Valley City is proud to sponsor the community gift tree this holiday season. We invite you to bring wrapped gifts for children of all ages to Dakota Bank. Simply label the gift with appropriate age and indicate if it's for a boy or girl, then drop it off by December 16th. All donations will be distributed by Abused Persons Outreach Center to make the season brighter for those in need. Join us in sharing the spirit of Christmas with Dakota Bank's community gift tree. Member FDIC.
56-50 in favor of LaMoure with 1:33 to go. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Maple River got to get a stop here. Nora Delabar's done a great job of giving second, third opportunities to the Lobos. Three-pointer, good look for Addison Smith, but can't hit. And now Violet Richmond got tripped up and a timeout called here by the Raiders. No foul called. We'll keep it right here for now. It's a full timeout, so we got a minute to talk. So 56-50, minute 26. The Raiders now have to come up with an idea of how they want to approach this. They know right now LaMoure is not shooting great from the foul stripe. Nora Delabar didn't look comfortable last time she went up there. She's had a great day so far, but maybe a little inconsistent from the stripe. You always try to find that player that you want to foul. The Raiders right now have to figure out what exactly they want to do, because you have enough time to get a 2, a stop, and another 2, and then you can foul to get yourself to try to extend the game. Now, for the Raiders, again, if they go for a 3, however, it's a risky proposition, because if they miss a 3, even if the Lobos get the rebound and go 1 for 2 at the stripe, it'll still be a 3-possession game. So for the Raiders, they kind of got to draw that line in between, like, if we're going to play for a 2, it's got to be quick. If we're going to try to set up a 3, we can play probably a little bit more deliberately, but you got to imagine they're going to try to get this ball into the hands of Violet Richmond and let her try to go to work, draw the defense to her, and try to set up her teammates. Right now it is going to be Hovelson bringing the ball down the floor. Now the Raiders keeping the back foot planted. No, they're going to say that she lifted it up, and the Raiders just did not look comfortable on that one. Just too much pivoting. No one knew where they were supposed to be, and the play kind of all fell apart immediately. We'll get this one to Addison Smith, and now over to Julia Delabar. Raiders might commit a foul right now just so they don't have to commit 2 later on. They have to commit 2 more before they're in the bonus. Addison Smith gets by 1, feeds it to Nora Delabar all by herself, blocked from behind, ball on the deck, scooped up there by Satram. So 53 seconds, Violet Richmond running down the floor. Lobos got to avoid fouling. Well, they foul her, but they do a good job of fouling and making sure the ball doesn't get up. The last thing you want to do in that situation is allow her to go down the floor, get the shot up, get fouled, and make it. You're okay giving up a 2 in that situation on a fast break because it's making a 2-possession game a 2-possession game. But if you foul her and you let her make it, of course, it gets down to 3. But the first foul shot up and in, second foul shot up and in. So Richmond goes 2 for 2. She's into 20. Now 56-52. Don't have to foul right away, but the Lobos can certainly run a bit of time off the clock. Now they might be trying to get the jump ball, and they do. They get tied up. And that's even better than getting the steal because it stops the clock and allows you to get set. Now the Raiders can play for a 2. They can play for a 3. Most likely, though, they are going to have to start fouling after this possession. They'll give it over here to Violet Richmond. Richmond back here to Kaloran. Bissett, a little jab step, trying to find a way to get inside. Gives it to Kaloran. Now out to Violet Richmond. Richmond going inside, hangs, doesn't hit. Ball gets tipped back out. Now over to Hovelson. Hovelson hangs, can't hit. Ball being fought for. Nora Delabar. Did she step out of bounds? Yes, she did. It's not a bad defensive possession there from the Lobos. Shot clock's turned off, but you got it all the way down to 17.3 seconds. Now it's just about don't commit a foul. And it gets thrown away, and Raiders complain that there was a bit of a shove there from Lesko, and well, now the Raiders have to commit fouls. Now they'll get it to Addison Smith. Smith gets wrapped up, and 14.9 seconds. Now it's all about, for the Raiders, almost of who do you leave open. You almost want to attempt a long pass here to one of the Delabars, either Nora or Julia, and that's who you want to try to foul, but they leave open Addison Smith. Addison Smith able to pivot by 1, and now it's going to be Jada Smith that gets fouled. And usually in that situation, if you're trying to leave one of the bigs open, what you do is you kind of play matchup man-to-man, and you leave one player in the back, and if the ball gets floated long, if they can't get to the ball, they immediately go wrap up the big, and that's who you send to the stripe. A little bit too much time, though, gone off the clock. Oh, but that one bent off the window and in. Jada Smith. Well, it looked like someone who hadn't shot a free throw all day, but she banks it in, and that makes it 57-52. Now the Raiders in need of a 3. Now we have a lane violation. Raiders do have a timeout, so they can get a 2 and call a timeout to stop the clock. Again, the big key here for the Lobos is not to commit a foul. They'll get this one in. Now the Raiders trying to bring it down the floor, quickly moving it up. Lobos playing tight defense. Now you expect them to pull off. Shot at the horn, no good. And that'll be a hard-fought win for the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos, 57-52 over Maple River. What a game this was between two evenly matched teams. Violet Richmond put up 21 points on the day, but ultimately did not have an efficient day from the floor. LaMoure played tight defense on her all night. Abigail Killorn, 10 points for her, but really nothing else going in that fourth quarter as Nora Delabar just kind of willed her team to a win there late with her rebounding and with her kind of her hard-nosed play, kind of carrying her team to the win there. So you look at it, 16 points for Nora Delabar, 8 points alone in that fourth quarter, but just an absolute thriller of a game by these two teams. Leading scorer, that was going to be Annika Lesko. Lesko scored in each of the four quarters today, but just an absolutely phenomenal game here between these two evenly matched teams. But we're going by kind of what happened here late that allowed the Lobos to pull away. It was just kind of they were able to find more scoring options in that second half than Maple River. A lot of the scoring came down to Violet Richmond, which you expect when you have a great player like her, but no one else really got going. You look for the amount of points that were scored by Violet Richmond alone in that second half, and just not enough from everybody else. Meanwhile, it was a little bit more of a balanced attack from LaMoure, and that's kind of what helped them pull away there at the end. But ultimately, a great hard-fought game between these two, and they meet up, I think I said on January 10th, so be looking forward to that matchup when it comes along. But it will be LaMoure taking on Valley City, and that'll be the championship game, and the third-place game will be Maple River taking on Northern Cass. So should be a great couple of games tomorrow, and, of course, those games right back here on Q101 and over on KLVC Live. I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in today, whether you were watching online or whether you were following along on the radio. Thank you all for tuning in today. For those listening on Q101, we'll get you back to the music. We got some Shawn Mendes coming up right after this break, so keep it right here on Q101.
Hits from 2K and today.